2 friends.
Yes.
Sorry if I sound a bit off today. I was pretty sick yesterday.
Not loud. Get good.
I can't get where I'm already at.
Okay, fair.
Well, well, well.
Well, well, well.
Did you see the new trailer for Dragon's Dog Ass 2?
Dogma 2,
Yeah,
yes, and it looks awesome.
it does. It really does.
Why'd you call it dog ass?
It
The
just rolled
first
off. It rolled out my tongue really well.
the first game was pretty damn good,
No, it
despite
really was.
its graphical bullshit.
I know. Did you? Everyone remembers the smirk. The moment the fingernail from the dragon touches your chest and he's lifting your little heart up, your character just smirks at him, all awkwardly. It's one of my favorite RPGs of all time, though.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed the game, especially the Dark Arisen content. Like the endless dungeon, so to speak, is really fun.
Yeah, once you get to I think like New Game Plus 10, the whole entire world changes again.
I did not know
So
that.
I think it's New Game Plus 30 people are talking about, where you get to fight the one of the last dragons you can fight in the endless dungeon.
I didn't New Game Plus that much. I only New Game Plus like 2 or 3 times.
Okay, so you made it to where at least Granzis altered a bit to where the hole opened up and stuff.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Let's see what people have gotten to on this now. Oh yeah, people are like well in their 20s and 30s. So yeah, the UR dragons get harder and harder each New Game Plus.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
And then as for any items left at the Black Cat for forging and previous lives will be lost, but you do get to carry certain items you can only obtain once over to the next one that you can start out with.
Mhm. Fair enough. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Missing Andrew and one of these.
What would be cool is if you're able to carry over your pawn from Dragon's Dogma over to number 2. Because, like, your pawns are eternal.
I don't think you're going to be able to, and here's why. One, it's probably an entirely different, like, game setup. Might even be a
Right.
different engine. But B, I don't think we have access to Dragon's Dogma on the PS5 or Xbox Series S and X.
Very true.
So, like,
Yeah, unless you
Steam,
can pull from, like, a cloud save or something.
right, Steam might be able to, like, manage it, but it sounds like they're just getting the game ready for all three, like, platforms, so to speak. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think they're thinking about backwards compatibility in that way.
I'll have to remake Tsubaki.
I'm sure it won't be that difficult to do. I think the pawn system in general will probably be somewhat similar to the way it was beforehand. Each pawn has their own, like, dedicate or vocation that you pick, and they get to stay on the, like, simpler tracks rather than, like, the super tracks that the Arisen can be.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they can get the advanced version of, warrior fighter, thief, archer, and mage.
Okay, so I'll still be able to have, like, ice walls casted and I'll be able to run up those.
Maybe we'll see. The magic seems like it's going to be a little more complicated in this new one,
Oh.
or at least it looks like it. Like, from the gameplay trailer that they had, they were showing some of the magic and some of the environmental interplay, and it looked like you can be a little more involved with the environment than you were in the last game, and it looks like they changed the magic system so that way it's quite a bit longer before your big boom spells go off.
Ooh, okay.
Because they said that the stronger the magic, the longer it takes to incant.
Yeah, because I was able to spam, like, the trifold shot and the hunter arrow and all
Right.
that stuff.
Right. I like how one hops on almost immediately the moment that it said that his motorcycle's getting sold.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was already 6 o'clock.
Y'all be slacking. That's fine. I'll continue to ignore Giant Slayer until I'm good and ready.
I had to pull myself away from Sons of the Forest. I'm addicted to that game right now.
We have 2 fights left in Jade Regent.
Oh, man.
I've got that end of game jitters.
And then the children take over.
Yeah, but that's a game run by me, so it's a lot different in that scenario.
Right. That's true. You're not going to be actually playing it.
Right. I will actively know what's going on just about in most cases.
Damn.
I don't know. Never seem to know what the fuck I'm doing. What's Belinda up to? I'm gonna kill some people. Why? I don't know. You see that guy over there with the shiny rapier? Yeah, I'm gonna seduce him. Why? He's got a shiny rapier.
Because why not?
I'm playing the chaotic thing as close as I can. She just kind of does whatever the fuck pops into her head one day.
He came back into the story. He wants me to join his crew. Fine, I'll make that bet. I don't plan on losing, but I'll make that bet.
God forbid his ship might get stuck in an actual hurricane. I've been playing the new Phantom Liberty for Cyber.
Oh my god! Right?
Like, I'm only a couple hours into it, but Jesus Christ.
Eh.
I had so
I'm-
much difficulty just getting into that game to begin with that
No, the story and the expansion is...
Just the update alone, even if you don't have Phantom
Oh, yeah.
Liberty, it's a whole different game now.
The 2.0
Is it?
update changed everything.
Yes.
Okay. Cause like I tried logging in and playing some more before the update, and like I was still getting like close glitches, and cars were still stuck in fucking buildings and shit.
I have to start all over because I had it heavily modded. So I'm
Yeah.
doing the vanilla playthrough.
Yeah, if you have mods, you had to remake everything.
Yep. But I was cool with that because the 2.0 is pretty much what I was playing with mods, but now I don't need the mods anymore. I can just play it normal. I'm still gonna have like a few mods. Like I actually enjoy it when NPCs are walking and then you got some random tits popping out. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. We're in like the dirty ghetto side of town. It's called like NPCs Unchained. It just allows their wardrobes to like kind of fit into each area that they're at. So if you're in like a prostitution like area, they're gonna look like prostitutes. And then the Iron Man mode mod, as well as the realistic bullet caliber mod, to where like one well-placed shot and you're dead.
Oh, yeah. I used to play with
And then if you die, you start over.
Yeah, I really want to try like a melee run because I've seen some of the cool shit people have done with that.
Yeah, with the 2.0 mod, it definitely fixed the melee like big
Oh, yeah.
time because it was kind of forfeit to go the melee route before 2.0. Because the cyberware would be so enhanced that like your melee wouldn't do shit.
I also
Mainly
like,
with the net runners, they were still like OP.
I saw that they changed how clothing worked, so now you don't look ugly as sin when you're trying to have any amount of armor.
Yeah, you get progression now, like guns progressively level up and stuff now too.
Nice.
You get like proficiencies and all that. Then the cops actually will come and investigate and chase you this time instead of just appearing and standing there obliviously.
special effects are assholes. Stay away from them. That will fuck your
Yes.
day. Just want to really do. Kill you.
Yeah, Stephanie got to make a new playthrough now because she has that game. And experience the game at its prime. Cyberpunk.
Oh, you'll have to convince
They
her of that one.
dropped the Phantom Live. They dropped the new DLC, but on top of that, you don't even need the DLC. They literally reworked the whole game.
Yep.
There's actually car combat now, like how they promised in the beginning. Everything they promised in the beginning is now there. Just they pulled the No Man's Sky.
Mm.
Well, it's
And
nice
I'm
because
hoping
the
Baldur's Gate
company
follows
that
through also.
It's because the company that was producing it told them, no, you need to get it out on all the platforms right now. We're done waiting.
Now, what is
Right.
Not ready.
what's
Okay,
Baldur's Gate missing?
everything? There's like a whole
Their
2
whole
hours
third
of
act?
shit. Yeah, their whole
Oh,
third
I haven't
act
gotten-
is like not there.
Oh, jeez, I haven't
Character
gotten that far yet,
customization
so-
is pretty much 0 to none. But if you actually want to play a great Larian Studios game, just go and play Divinity until they iron out the wrinkles of Baldur's Gate.
I mean, I'm in the second act of Baldur's Gate 3, and I think it's pretty fucking good.
Oh no, it's a great game. It's just
I'm enjoying what I've played, but it's not
Act
like
3 is missing a lot.
It's in your what you're saying
Yeah.
is missing the bells and whistles.
yes. Story wise, it's amazing. It's gripping. Like the voice acting's like spot on. The graphics are amazing, but they're like just missing that that spark, that shine.
You could tell.
Does anyone
that
remember what
they
happened
really
last time?
rushed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyone?
Kinda. That was the last time.
There was a last time.
We trudged through the swamp to go meet the merchant of the swamp, and come to find out he was the hero of Trunau, the giant slayer.
The legendary
Blew
hero
it
of legend.
Yeah. What else happened?
We were eco-terrorists. Blew up a
Were you
dam.
eco-terrorists? I don't think you were
Rowan would
eco-terrorists.
approve.
I don't think you guys were being eco-terrorists.
We blew up a dam. We were destroying the dam.
Yeah, I don't think that's terrorists when it was requested by the locals.
Yeah.
It's terrorism to somebody.
I suppose.
If a corporation builds a dam and the locals ask you to blow it up, I'm just saying.
We're equal.
The question is
terrorists
whether or
until
not the
right
locals or
gets
the
in
corporation
way.
own the news. That's who decides what it is. And it's probably the corporation that owns the news or has shares in it.
Yeah, we blew up the dam after we fought some not so friendly guys there.
What did you fight there?
Giants, right?
They were like
Kind of giant.
aquatic giants or something. I remember they were trying to drown people.
But what was the name, and why were you sent? Why were you sent to go beat them up?
Oh,
A marrow?
Yes.
America sent us.
Oh, it was,
yeah.
Good job,
there was
Sol.
like
There's oil to be
there
had
was
here,
like
lads.
3 marrows. There was like bone marrow, I think, and salt marrow.
No, they were angry and something else.
And then there was another marrow, I think. They all had weird names that had to do with food, I think, and bones.
No, not
Oh,
bones.
If
They
I
were
scroll up, I might be able to
emotions.
tell.
There you go.
So they're
Anna got it.
emotions?
Salty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
they were salty
Nah, I've
and whatever. That's why he thought of food, because he's salty.
yeah, I remember there being like a salt one.
Yeah. No, there was. There definitely was. You're not crazy or anything, but the theme was just incorrect. But yes, they were in fact marrow.
And they
They were wearing
their
armor.
main weapon were spears, and they swam. I think they were
Javelins.
spears. Weren't they spears? There
They
were
used-
They were something.
javelins.
They used javelin meta against you. Yes.
Okay.
Don't think that's ever gonna go away in this AP. There's a lot of these enemies that are loaded with javelins.
They're loaded for bear.
Just be very scared, one, because they eventually get bigger javelins.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, you got to think.
They
Giants.
get ballistas.
Giants are large and bigger, right?
Grumpy
So-
will soon tower over all
Yes.
of them.
So eventually they're gonna be chucking like sharpened tree trunks at you.
Jesus Christ. They just launched palisades at us.
I played it. That makes me laugh because I played a game where we had a player who played an ogre and he just walked around with a tree as a club.
Oh yeah, improvised weapon, easy peasy.
Yes.
That will happen in this AP at some point. I can promise you that.
Shoot from javelin man. Oh my god. Good throw, Kong. Good throw.
Yes. That being said, yes. Who was your caretaker for the trip to the old fisherman?
I don't know. All the
It was a
lizards are like
female
that.
lizard.
Ooh.
I just don't remember her name.
Was it though?
It was.
She was pretty
It was a
manly.
cute one, wasn't it? Oh no, wait, no, it's
Zisu?
a giant
I
one. Yeah,
think? No.
No, it was like E-I-Z or something like that. It had a Z in it.
You guys do know that in the handout
Yeah,
section
I just can't
there
pronounce
are
it.
breakdowns.
I remember.
And Zezu.
Yes, in Zezu.
Oh, I don't have dark mode on. Oh, way better.
It's probably because vampires doesn't work well in night mode, which makes no sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that Roll20 doesn't make sense about. In any case, who was your caretaker for the Marrow fight, and what did they do for you?
That was, I think, Grax, right?
They pulled
No.
somebody out of the water. Remember that?
It was
No. Or was it
Gazix.
Azure Wave Wake? No.
Anna's got it again.
Damn it.
Don't you know a woman's memory centers are in their brain are better than yours?
Well, she just
On times
put
that
up
don't
a
matter.
thing, so
But I actually
think they
didn't
do matter.
listen through it, so I just kind of put it up.
sure.
I don't
She
have to
says
listen
that.
through hours that much.
and-
That's the vampire one I have to.
Just
Anna strikes me as the person that sits there and listens to our recordings on repeat at work just to memorize half the things that go on.
I actually do listen to it at work, but only once. Unless I'm trying to do something, then I'll go back and listen to old ones. I have a terrible memory, so I have to like refresh it once in a while.
Ha!
When it comes to little details, not important details.
that's why she doesn't remember you're married.
Ask him when my birthday is. Just ask him.
December 30th,
What year?
1993.
Oh, it's only because you just got quizzed on it by a nurse the other day. Or no, the kids. You got quizzed by the kids. You. Yeah.
Wow, y'all are so
Yep, and
young.
failed on all three of them.
Oh no, he's older than me.
I'm 35. She's 6 years younger than I am.
Yeah, I'll be 30 this December.
I just look like I'm that age still.
I forgot that
At the
you're younger than me,
disadvantage of
Anna.
looking young.
Yeah, just by a little bit.
They're all
Almost a
younger
year.
than me.
Almost.
How old are you, Derek?
40.
Oh, no.
He's forgetting a 0 or 2 there.
Wow.
I'm not supposed to tell them I'm immortal. God.
You know the funniest thing is that Pyrrhus is the baby of the group.
Yeah,
What?
Yep, he's like
Yep.
26.
27.
He's the baby
27,
that
yeah.
works in a nuclear power plant.
So yeah, the nuclear power plant worker is the youngest one out of us all.
Yep.
Look,
Hell
the,
yeah, man.
look, the Zoomers had to find a way in order to devastate us all in the future at some point.
Yeah, by
Yes.
taking away your nuclear power.
Yeah, please. It's already almost gone.
Hey, we
What we
supply
really need is
50
more nuclear power.
We supply. I think, nuclear power is like 50% of Illinois' power.
Ooh.
Our plants alone
We
supplies
need to
like
have
10% of the
nuclear
power in the
power
US.
supply 90% of
Wait,
the
wait.
entire nation.
Wait. Mike, you're in Illinois now?
Moved
Oh,
from
you're actually not
Chicago.
that far. Okay.
Rep the O block,
Okay.
63rd Street, Roy.
That's actually pretty cool. Because Illinois is only like a 7-hour drive from here.
Yes, my brother lives in, I think, Illinois.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
sorry for your
Jeff
loss.
lives in Illinois. Yeah,
I'm sorry for your loss.
he stays inside most of the time. He's not about that gang life.
Look. At least they don't live in Ohio.
Yeah.
Very true.
Ohio isn't real.
Exactly.
I mean, I left Ohio, so
We pulled you out of one imagination land to put you in another. It's okay.
Yes, but you are Michigan born.
true.
I hope.
I am.
There's something that resonates when I met you, that you were like Michigander at heart.
Anyways, I think we were.
The only thing I know about
to-
Michigan people is that they can't drive well.
I
But we
believe the
make
DM was
them.
about to give us a lot of loot.
We can't drive
For,
worth crap, man. I'm fear for my life every day going to work.
Yeah, I'm just listening. I just remember listening to my now dead grandfather go on about Michigan drivers.
I would say Chicago's probably way worse.
Yeah, Chicago's pretty bad.
Chicago's pretty bad.
And New York.
It's not that bad.
Actually, New York's in the top 4 for least deaths from driving.
Really?
Wyoming is actually number
Because
1.
you can't turn on
Yeah,
right.
and Washington D.C. is the safest.
Okay. Neat.
Well, in
And
case
LA
we're
Not to
back,
say
I
New
need to
York
go take a
doesn't have a
shit.
lot. But New York and New Jersey and Massachusetts has a lot of accidents. But
Gotcha.
probably because you can't go fast enough to kill yourself.
Fair. I don't know about giving you a whole lot of loot there, Paris, as I think that you guys are already covered on that front.
I don't know. I think we. I
See,
think we all remember that we were owed like 10 gold each, something like that.
nah.
Estimating here.
Well, here's the thing. You got to remember, this tribe doesn't deal in gold and shiny trinkets.
I meant in value.
Nah. I mean, did you find anything off the marrow bodies?
A bow harp.
No.
You're pushing your luck on
No.
that.
So here's the spiel, right? You killed some marrow, you brought them back, you're able to make it to the village, and if I vaguely remember from the recording correctly that I listened to earlier, I remember Derek in particular noting all the things you guys have left in your loot list in order to sell and get rid of, and all of that. So I think you got plenty of loot. You just have to find a way to get rid of it. So
Where's Arwen?
if you're looking for a payday, you've already got it.
Previous loot is not factored into future loot counts.
Well, it sounds like then we should probably get you on with the story so that way you can make your way to the depository of weapons and arms that are supposed to aid you in your missions going forward. Now, shouldn't we?
Yes. We have preordained loot at
Says
hand.
it's already rated.
I mean, you did. You're not probably wrong on that, considering that the old fisherman did say that him and his team, some 20-odd years ago, did make their way to the Vault of Thorns. Now, whether they replenished that stock or whether they were there for a different reason entirely, you're not sure. But, in lieu of all of that, you guys have returned closer towards the evening after your raid upon the Marrow. and have returned somewhat victorious. Ugazik has dragged a marrow body with him in order to complete the condition which your party was supposed to do themselves. Now, whether he makes mention of that, you're not sure. You did, however, receive one piece of loot from helping the boatsman, and that was the Victor's belt. Do you think I linked that to you guys at one point? But I'll go ahead and grab the archive.
Yeah,
of
I'm pretty
Nethys.
sure.
Yeah, I'll grab the archive of Nethys
Yep.
real quick.
How's everyone doing, by the way? Everyone doing fine?
We're
Yeah,
alive.
I'm doing all right.
Doing pretty good.
Got word of our perpetual job security, so that was nice.
Oh God. Why would they mention that our job's secure if there wasn't a threat of it being insecure?
Because there were rumors beforehand that the Summers were going to sell the company.
Oh, I see.
So it's less that the warehouse was going to have to worry, and more that the salespeople might have heard this in hand at some point in Flint. And that
Okay.
meeting was like, hey, all of the team leads got onto effectively a Discord voice call and were, being talked to by the company owners about this. We just happened to miss the proper thing. So, like, all the heads or the salespeople in all the different branches, that message was mostly for them to confirm, no, we're not selling the company. No, we're not liquidating to a competitor. That kind of thing.
Yeah, and I talked to Matt and Woj, and I was like, so I'm like less than 3 weeks away from my like 2-year mark. Like, am I gonna miss that margin for the bonus? He's like, no, like I'm pretty sure they'll let you slide. Like you're right there.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool, because that'd be shitty. I like miss it by a week. I'm like, come on. I'd take the loss, but it'd be like, damn
It
it.
would be shitty, but that also means that, Andrew doesn't get it, and Stephanie for sure doesn't get it.
I'm sorry, were you talking
Yeah,
about me?
she shouldn't get it anyway.
What are we talking about?
It was a random work thing. Either way, we're doing better now.
Yes.
The what? The whaty what? What? Well, anyway, I hope y'all are excited about this Saturday. Just saying.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I will be at a daddy-daughter dance, but Anna will be on.
Yep, I'll be on.
I will ensure your character suffers something horrible. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. It's my only daughter, and it's the only time I'll get to dance with her in this moment.
Oh, I thought you had multiple kids, though.
Just one daughter,
They're
though.
boys.
Yeah.
Just one,
Oh.
just one daughter.
Okay, you should make more,
Yeah.
Nope.
No,
though.
no, and we made sure we defused that bear trap last child.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well, whatever.
In any case, you guys have come back to the village, and you guys have a bit of free reign once again. You'll need to report to Great Chief Murglemurg, but the evening is upon you, and your mission is currently complete. You just had not gotten a chance to see what the ramifications of that were.
Indeed.
What do?
Something loud and boisterous, I'm sure.
Man, I wish I could import music. I was like, how loud it is, and Silta just start playing music, but
Mm-hmm.
not many people would hear it. Well, actually, yeah, you know what? Silta's just gonna start performing, just making music.
Go ahead and toss me a perform check.
Sure. Perform. Yeah, I'll start singing. God damn it. I roll a 4 or whatever. Oh, 19. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, still a decent performance.
Yeah.
Start singing a tune, and there are a few minor hatchling, Iruxi children that kind of dwaddle on after you, just admiring the music, bantering in, broken draconic, as it doesn't seem that they have fully learned the speech capability yet. Beyond that, though, those of you that are traversing the village would note that the rest of the caravan is kind of interspersed here and there. Chompy does greet you, along with the green-scaled Lusika. Welcome back.
Chompy still. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Welcome back. Green one is nice. Give Chompy great snacks.
How many has she given you?
I still have room.
All right then. Shoot. I guess we gotta go find more food for Chompy. Come on, guys. Let's go hunting.
Oh no, not hungry now. Just room for more.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. False alarm.
The green scaled Lusika would kind of chuckle and it's like, your companion is very chatty and very sweet.
He's a good boy, Chompy is.
You all have succeeded in your task for father, yes?
No problem. No problem. Easy peasy.
Very good, very good. I suppose that you are all on your way to the tribal hut?
Yeah, that seems likely. First,
I
come here, you big chomper. And Douglas will run up to Chompy and start scratching him under his enormous chin.
Chompy accepts the scritches and is very happy with the return of his best buddy. As Silt continues his little song, he may notice that in the distance, his own buddy is back at his own game. It would appear that Roddy is back to entertaining the masses. Now, not just the female Iruxi of the tribe, but he has gathered a mass of elders and younglings and a number of other individuals.
Sylph will start singing more, but change his song in a fluid way about how sometimes the prettiest of flowers can have the sharpest of thorns, and let that resonate within Roddy.
Your song, can override a little bit of the story that he has going on, but you do catch wind of his story, kind of shifting its own little tune as he describes the nature of these thorns. Sometimes come from how a rose is tended to, but that adventures are much like that. They come from disparate backgrounds, and some can aspire to greatness, while others can fall like the fabled Icarus of legends.
Sylph will just be like, God damn, he's such a good bard. Fuck.
Ugazix will kind of look to your party, and Draconic will go, I will return to the great chieftain. You are welcome to follow me. You have a report to give, yeah?
Who was you talking to?
He's speaking in Draconic to your party. So the people that understand Draconic, in this instance, since Silk seems distracted, that would be Athena and Dolgus.
Oh, yes.
Staring off to the side.
Oh, yeah. We'll be there in a moment after I've done giving Chompy his daily 1,000 scritches.
Very well. I will let him know that you will be delayed. And Ugazix just drags the marrow body with him.
Ethne's gonna just keep walking after.
1,000 scritches later.
Chompy will eventually roll back over and look about the village and then run to chase after Roddy. As he's gotten it in his head that if Roddy starts getting too much attention, then he's got to chase him away from the fellow lizard folk.
He's learning.
Well, it's what Dolkus keeps asking him to do each time that Roddy seems to get attention.
He's such a good boy.
Eat them, Chompy. Eat everyone.
So, team, what you do?
Ethne's already walked off.
We go to give our report while watching Chompy chase around Roddy.
Ava's just
okay.
walking with Ethne.
So to the hut you go then? Is everyone going?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Don't know why not.
Okay then.
See.
Everybody moves their
Okay.
So
way.
we'll finally notice that everyone else is gone. They'll just follow.
You all make it back to the hut. There is a fresh marrow body that has been spiked onto one of these dummies within the hut. And Chief Murglemurg seems to be lounging in the, viewing chair. Ah, the prospective allies of the Girikal have returned. And from a fresh victory it seems, although not without the help of the Girikal themselves.
We did great. Yes.
It would appear that you at least succeeded in the task given, although the bonus objective goes to my village, to say the least.
Character, what was the bonus objective?
Bring a marrow body to show your rightful kills.
The fuck? Why didn't any of us remember this?
Mm.
Sounds like you need to
I just
argue.
know. Wait, the one that the marrow dragged back, was that one we killed or was that one he killed?
That's one he killed.
Ah, okay. Well,
Because you guys basically sent one away. That's the one that went to harass the boat, and that's the one that the necromancer effectively went, killed, brought back, and was like, "It's okay, I got it."
This seems dumb.
It does not seem like Murglemurg is displeased, more just putting a note that, you had some help. And so the glory is not solely yours this day. You have defeated an annoying enemy of ours, and for that, you have proven your worth to the Girikal tribe. We count you amongst allies, and at this present moment, we will not do you any harm, and our scouts will be made to know that you are amongst our accepted number. Therefore, if you see them out and about the marsh and call for aid, they will do what they can to come and assist you. Or at least turn enough of a blind eye that you won't have to worry about their own presence.
It's useful.
Hopefully this makes your journey through the marsh a tad bit safer.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Thank you, though.
That said, in light of your victories, I do believe that means that a feast for the village is in order. The catch has been bountiful, and it would sound that your trip to the old fisherman has provided a larger boon than normal. And so, in light of your recent victories, You are all invited to said feast as allies of the Gearcall, naturally. That said, I do believe you've all earned a rest for the day. Feast should happen right about sundown, where we'll host a, as traditional, sacrifice to Blackrock. For good harvests in the future and better success against our enemies.
Is it at this point that people start to realize that Dolgus ran off when the word feast was given? He's off to help people prepare for the feast.
What would be the sacrifice?
Good point, Ava. Yep. What's the sacrifice?
That, yes. Well, we do happen to have a few that have scouted a little too close to our borders. And so, we have a few of the greenskins that got a little too curious for their britches. They will be sacrificed to Buckrug, and honestly, they should count themselves lucky.
If
It's
Dolgus
not-
was still there, he would absolutely agree.
David just nods her head.
We don't take kindly to scouts kind of trying to invade our village and smash our eggs.
Yeah, that wouldn't be cool.
That being said, if there are things that you're seeking before your journey deeper into the marsh, feel free to chat with the villagers. Maybe somebody's found something of your interest. Otherwise, I have nothing left for you. I shall see you at the feast. Are there further questions for the great chief?
Nope.
Then be off with you.
Yeah,
I have things to
Jenny
do.
Darlow.
Kind of scratches underneath his chin.
It's got dry rot.
With his human fingers.
It is at this time that you are released back to the village, successful, and it sounds like there will be a feast in your honor. You have some time before the feast occurs if you're looking to do any trading or hunting abouts for interesting items or tidbits. It would appear that you have made allies, and therefore maybe the Gearcall will be more willing to chat and negotiate with your party.
Well, Dolgus is busy helping anyone that wants an extra hand getting stuff ready for the feast, because, many hands, easy work.
Feel free to give me a diplomacy check there.
You want Dolgus to give you a diplomacy check.
Did I stutter?
No, you didn't. Let me do it as the moment I get back to my room. I need new trash bag in the garbage can at the moment.
No problem. Whenever you get the chance. Does anyone else have...
This is going to end poorly. Very poorly. How bad is my charisma negative modifier at this point? Oh, well. Okay, back at the computer, finding my sheet. Oop. Make sure I don't have any skill buffs on. Nope. Okay.
Want the rest?
Okay, thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna hop over to Mid States and pull all the weeds. And then leave them on Jill's desk.
Weird.
Hey, look at that. Net 19. I got an 18.
By
Boy.
I got an 18.
Do this.
Somehow I got net 19.
The Gearcall are more than happy to have your assistance. There are a fair few that ask you about your fur coat and poke and prod at little different questions. They are curious as to how warm it is underneath all of the Buzz and Frizz.
Oh, we're talking about his mane. Is that it?
Yes.
My frill keeps me very warm. Yes.
You get the same confused look as you've gotten from every other lizard folk, but
That's fine.
they
Gogus
do
gives him a confused look in return, but then goes back to helping.
they don't linger on it long, but you do get some relatively positive reception as you're assisting throughout the evening.
Ain't no room for freeloaders in a lizard folk village.
This is fair. This is very fair.
About how long do we have before the feast?
Guys got back about evening time, so probably about 3-4 hours.
Ava's gonna try and write a spell into her tome.
So long as it's not fireball.
It is not.
All right.
Yeah, I still got 6 days on that.
I think it's like 5 at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see what the DC is for this.
No.
15 plus spell level, so
Yeah.
18.
What spell we scribing this time?
Lightning bolt.
Let her rip.
Spellcraft. Hey.
Hey, just enough. Lightning bolt can be put into your spell book.
Nice.
Well, we know what Ava's doing for the foreseeable future. Darlin, what are you doing in the next few hours?
I don't know. Polishing my armor. I don't really have much to.
No caravanners or lizard folk you want to chat with?
No, not really.
Very well.
Full of weird.
You will occasionally get a couple lizard folk that'll stop by and like look at your armor and poke you, and offhandedly you'll catch like the mention of like tough scales, and then they'll walk away.
Tough scales. Spiky scales. That is.
Right. I don't know. Is there anything that you're doing over the course of the next few hours?
She'd probably go off and absentmindedly just listen to Roddy's stories and mess around with Arwen and Malakt. Other than that, not really
Very
anything.
well. As with the last time, it seems that Roddy's stories are not centered on himself, in fact, centered on others, whether it's local legends around Now or the tale of its recent victory against the orcs and giants and the mighty heroes that made it all happen. Whether it is, the fables of old with the old fisherman and his relevance to that, or something that might also cross your mind, the famed tales of Lastwall and its crusaders. Roddy seems to have a number of stories, mostly centered around tales of heroic victory and occasional crushing defeat. Gochin, what are you doing in these next few hours?
Gonna look to see if anybody has night vision goggles.
I would like you to roll me a D100. So, you ask around the lizard folk village to see if anyone happened to have night vision goggles.
Or
And
dark vision, actually.
Hmm?
Or dark vision, I meant.
Dark vision goggles.
Yeah.
No one seems to understand what this term goggle means, but you do come across a few lizard folk who have these like almost tribal scarrings around their eyes. And when you talk about, at least in plain terms, the ability to see in the dark, they gesture to you and point at their eyes, and effectively you get the sense that whatever they've done to themselves has garnered some increased capacity for night stalking. They gesture to you if you want the same done.
Hmm. They don't talk common, I guess, right? Or speak
It
common.
does not seem that they understand common greatly, but
I guess I'll go along.
they would pull you to
I'm
like
back again.
a
Sorry, I had
table
to
of
take care of a cat.
a table of sorts, and like have you like lay across it kind of thing, and they like ask if in like broken common of how you handle pain.
I can handle some pain, but not too much.
One, you missed a perfect opportunity there. You could have said, "I handle pain by nerve sending it to my brain."
Then they infer if you've got something shiny to compensate their skill.
He'll pull out some gold and show
About
them how many of these.
Do you have a number tied to that at all?
Let's see. Where is it? He'll show them 500 of it.
One like kind of gibbers to the other in draconic. The other shakes their head, cranks the it puts a talon and like points up.
More.
They're
expensive hookers.
He'll pull out another 50.
They seem a little dissatisfied with the number.
He'll put in the last 4 he has.
Oof. He said dark vision goggles.
Mm-hmm.
You may have to get something from Ava to compensate.
He'll pull out.
So goggles of dark sight are 20 grand. Goggles of the night are 12 grand. What are you looking at?
Actually, I forgot what the prices of them were. He's gonna try and negotiate with them.
Jesus Christ.
He'll pull out his haunted shovel that he believes is haunted. And he'll say, This shovel was pulled from a graveyard with ghosts. This is the shovel we used on the ghosts and we took back with us.
Good. Bite down. They shove the shovel handle in your mouth. And you can see that they take these like sharp metal instruments and like start peeling into your eyes a bit.
Oh
Probably
shoot.
Yeah, you're gonna be preoccupied for a while. In fact, you're going to be missing the feast.
Wait, are they going to extract your eyeballs and put in magical eyeballs in their place?
He's hoping he can still see at the end of it.
Yeah, these are the weirdest hookers I've ever heard of.
They're not hookers.
Well, I don't know. I came back to one trying to pay two lizard women like some money, and like just because of what happens with his other characters, I assume this was like a hooker stuff.
One asked for something that he wasn't exactly sure what was going on for, and was asking about dark vision, and now some stuff is going down, and we'll see what happens.
Your eyeballs are going to go pop because they're going to replace them, hopefully.
That being said,
It does nothing. It's just a tattoo.
well, we will have to see. So, Silt, what are you doing the next few hours?
Probably gonna still be wandering around the village, just gallivanting, singing songs. He'll probably try something new and sing a tune of like an ancient, really old race that predates like the Aslanti and the Cyclopean empires, and see if the lizard folk actually like pick up on that about how could a race be descendant or favored by Pharasma, but then fall so far away from her.
Never gonna give you up.
So you're doing this in Draconic so they can understand.
I am about how the Uruksi were pretty much predating most races. Like, I mean, Pharasma was the first of the gods, and the Uruksi are like not much younger than her. So I
Yeah,
mean,
they
they've been around
basically-
for a long time, and Sylph
They-
is going to sing that tune.
They basically take that and like not many of them seem to understand the concept, but they think you're talking about Buckrug for the most part, and you'll get several that'll come around you, dance and different things like that, and you are the belle of the ball for the evening, it seems.
Yeah.
As you are teaching them a new song about their favorite deity.
But there is a harsh tone to it because he's going to also question within that song about what the ancestral clerics and druids would think of them now reanimating their bones to fight for them.
Oh, they
So
don't.
there is a
they don't-
downward spiral of that.
They don't take that intonation at all. In fact, they relish in it and go, yes, this is okay.
Oh God, they're so far diluted from their old
Lost in
race.
translations. Lost in translation, man. Lost in translation.
Oh yeah.
Because they have
What's the-
necromancers in their group that are like, yeah, no, this is fine. Like
Uh-huh.
we get our ancestors to help us fight because they would want to defend us. This guy knows what it's about. He's asking the right questions.
Awesome.
You are the belle of the ball, and they're like, hey, this guy gets us. They read everything you say of a negative light in like the most positive way possible.
That's perfect. What was meant to spark controversy brought union. Hell yeah.
Hey, every story has multiple ways to interpret it,
Very true. Very true.
But eventually, the feast would get underway. as there are platters of different fish and crocodile, dishes, along with basic root vegetables and things that would grow within the marsh fairly easily, that are prepared and divvied out. The Aruxi of the Girikal tribe kind of come out in droves. Young, old, children, hunters, commoners, whole 9 yards. There is a minor procession as the great chief comes out and sits amongst his ilk and takes a seat and would gesture for the rest of you in your caravan to take a seat. My tribesmen, we are joined today by those outsiders of a caravan that travels throughout these lands. They came to us and parlayed. It is in this moment that we celebrate their victories and tests of worthiness. They have shown respect for our ways as well as competency that we don't see in many others. It is by their efforts today that this feast is even possible. And as he's speaking, you guys all hear it in common, but you can clearly tell, at least some of those that you are a little more magically inclined, that he is speaking with the possible magic of tongues, so that all may understand his capabilities. Next to him, you would see the green-scaled Usika set next to him. Today also happens to mark my daughter's 21st summer. And it is by this that we also celebrate. Soon it will be up to her to choose a mate. But until that time, I wish for you all to enjoy this evening. And it is with that that he beckons to each of you to, enjoy the feast. And for the first time, you would see that he actually takes off the mantle that rests upon his shoulders and head. And below, you can see this completely clean-shaven, human-looking man. But something strikes you all as strange. As he opens his mouth to kind of join in the ceremonial feast, it would appear that his teeth are in fact jagged. There is a almost forked tongue that kind of slithers out with each bite, and strikingly enough, there are lizard-like eyes that seem to rest within his eye sockets. Almost a little bulbous, in fact.
I had no idea Putin existed in Galarion.
Oh my god.
Sil would look over and go, "It's Baraka from Mortal Kombat."
Would
You
now
Towards
that
Putin.
You would see in the background, just below this elaborate, green spiral-tailed effigy, 3 orcish figures have been garroted and hung to bleed dry into offering bowls.
Excellent. Excellent sacrifice to Bachbrook. Yes, yes.
is
This could be worse. It could be Gochin in there.
is Afa able to make any guesses as to what's the deal with the chieftain?
You could roll me a You can roll me an Arcana or a Nature check. You'll get different responses for both.
All right. Can I roll both separately?
Sure.
Message A.
Shit. Oh, better.
From an arcane side of things, you've never seen anything like this before. From a nature side of this, it is very different. You don't think that this is, completely natural, but the implication is that this individual has had some sort of implants or natural malformations. It's very difficult to determine with those checks.
Man, is he a reanimated body?
This is most likely what will result of Dolgus if people keep poking fun at his beard.
I feel just fine. Thank you very much.
Were you?
You all note that you have not seen Gochin at this feast at all.
That's fine. He's probably fine. Or drowning headfirst in the swamp somewhere. That's a fair other way to enjoy a great feast of buckrug. Mm-hmm. Yes,
Gochin,
yes.
I need a fortitude save from you, buddy.
Let me
Oh.
substitute that. Let me give you some substitute audio.
Jamie. God.
All right.
I have Inspire on. Let me turn that off.
Well, 17 passes the first check. As over the course of the first couple hours, you have been basically being cut and wounded, and they put salt in your wounds.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But it's not been a fun process, to say the least. But one of the Gurikal is like holding you down as the other is like cutting into the flesh that surrounds your eyes in like
Oh my
slow and
God.
exaggerated fashion.
Oh shit.
They're gonna eat him.
You think that the preliminary work has been done, but with the salt placed inside, it seems like they have collected a few other implementations, and you can hear some chanting in Draconic that you don't understand at all.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I failed you all. There are no gifts
Guys,
available
has
via
anyone seen
Discord's gift
Gochin?
search engine. There are no gifts via Discord's gift search engine that allow me to give you like a picture of an eye being cut or being popped out of its socket with or something like that. So I got nothing for this.
So, that being said, moving back to the feast, what are the rest of you doing?
Wondering where Gochin is.
Not caring.
Do you ask about?
He's fine. He's fine.
Yes.
Roll
So
me
Gochin would usually be digging into this right now. Has anyone seen him?
go ahead and roll me diplomacy.
Most
Oh
likely
my
drunk in
God.
a ditch.
We really need to go see where Gochin is right now.
So it would actually be, yeah, it would be Ugazik that would kind of chime up. It would appear your friend has walked off into privacy with a couple of the village elder wise ones. Amplifications of his night scouting abilities.
Yeah, but Gochin usually asks Ava if he can do stuff, though. He didn't ask Ava anything. I didn't see him go anywhere near Ava.
Ugazik shrugs at you. I'm
Eh.
sure he is fine. You are all welcome allies of the Girikal. Therefore, I don't think that you'll have to worry too much about your friend whilst within the village.
Sylph will put his finger up to the lizard's mouth and just shh. He'll turn to Ava. Ava, have you seen? Did Gochin tell you he was going off anywhere with a group of people?
Ava looks up from her spellbook.
With this.
Oh,
No, he'll look
Coach.
right back at the lizard with his hands firmly on the mouth. And this Ava has not seen him.
He's most likely fine. Probably
That is
just
not
roaming
my
the
problem.
ditch.
Oh god. Can you oh crap. Ava, cast watch on me or something. I'm gonna go look for Go Chen.
Why?
Something doesn't feel right. He's usually eating food.
Probably just eating some of the elders.
Sylph just goes, Ava!
It would not be the first time that something like that happened.
Ava
Oh,
just
jeez.
kind of shrugs. You're all children to me. It matters not.
Oh, with everyone against him, Sylph just flops back down on the table and just goes, man, I wonder where he is.
Still just bows to peer pressure, I guess. Meanwhile, Dolgus is like thoroughly enjoying the feast, especially that's to Bakrug as well in some fashion, and he's probably going up, making his rounds, telling stories about his time with the tribe he used to call home, back up in the Riverlands, and trading stories, that sort of thing.
Fair enough. Many of the hunters are about sharing their greatest kill stories and things of that nature, from gruesome decapitations to sneaky sabotages of entire orc units or marrow incursions, to the person who's got the biggest river drake kill. It seems like many of the hunters are, in a bit of competition over who's most worthy for the chieftain's daughter's,
I
what do they call
guarantee you, Dolgus is at least internally measuring their achievements against what he believes to be his own.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check to see if you think you stand up to par.
Okay, we'll see. Oh, one moment. Oh, come on. And that too, really? Rick. All I got's a 15. Oh, well.
I mean, so far from all the stories that you've heard, you probably got some of the biggest feats. I mean, you've fought an actual giant at this point. And you have Chompy, so clearly, you as a tag team are probably the best out there. At least this is what you're led to believe. But then again, the din of the crowd is quite loud, and so you're not able to catch every story.
Indubitably. Meanwhile, back with Gochin.
That's going to carry on for a while. I will require a secondary fortitude save as we reach the 4th hour.
Okay.
Try not to die. Try not to die.
Authenticity solidified of a willed
That just barely makes it,
Ooh.
as it's only getting worse. You feel this well, considering that your eyes are open this entire process and you're fully on the understanding of what's going on, they have not given you any kind of anesthetic at all. They've only had you bite down on the handle of your shovel to keep you from accidentally biting your tongue. And the other, lizard folk wise elder has just been holding you down for the most part. Beyond that, you are fully aware of what's coming next, and that seems to be that they have some sort of sack that seems to seep this dark viscous purple liquid almost. And just one smell of it, you could tell that that's probably some sort of poison or acid.
They're gonna scoop out
Uh-oh.
your eyeballs.
Oh my god.
One of the one that's been doing much of the process here seems to dig a talon into the open portion of this sack, almost dabbling this light sizzling liquid onto their claw, and begins to trace it against your open wound.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
You
Sounds about right.
barely hold it together to not thrash against whatever this process is, because you've not understood a lick of the incantation, considering you don't understand Draconic at all.
For all you know, they're trying to sacrifice you.
Gochin just hoping everything will be okay. Because he's like, I've
Man.
already invested this far. I hope
They're
it works.
pulling a tooth without painkillers. That's what they're doing.
He better walk out with like a robotic arm or something.
I don't think these guys have clockwork arms.
Mm. Beyond that, at one point, one of the lizard folk would kind of sit down next to Darlin and offer this husked out, wooden shell of a cup kind of thing. Kind of look down to you, and in like the most broken common you've probably heard from a warrior. Orca, the mighty. You,
Who'd he introduce himself to?
Darlin.
On Harlan, yeah.
Darling slaps his hand on his chest, just barely missing one of the spikes.
You strong scale.
Eh.
Speak
Just 'cause
little.
it's gross. So is he offering me this bowl? Is what you said?
Yes.
I will sniff the bowl.
It smells like distilled acid and berries.
I will take a small drink of it. Right, Dad.
You take a drink of it. It burns quite a bit, but you do feel somewhat of a similar feeling as like if you were to drink a very hearty stout. Although it's got a little bit more of a fruity taste thanks to the berries that are involved. What they mixed, you have no clue. But it does have quite the kick. Definitely more of a burn than regular alcohol. Kind of would look to the rest of the village, and particularly amongst the females, whether it be your caravan or whether it be the lady lizard folk, and go, you find prize?
Not sure how to answer that one.
He will wait for an answer. Whether he understands it or not, like, he does wait for one.
I say ask them. That's all I say.
He looks confused to you.
About all I can answer that one.
So I'm guessing awkward silence for
Yep,
extended period of
pretty
time.
much.
They just stare at each other.
After like a minute or two. Too quiet. Not strong enough. Gets up, walks away. You see he kind of walks over to another, like, relatively, stout and, beefed lizard folk. Makes small talk. they eventually get into a little bit of a fight over, which one would probably make for a better mate. Elena seems to be wandering around and watching everybody.
Mhm.
All right.
He has somehow grown about 1,000 new eyeballs and is like Argos of old.
What are you watching out for in particular there, Edna?
Just making sure everything's going normal. There's no funny business happening. Obviously, can't see Gochin, so wouldn't know Gochin, but everybody else, making sure just everyone's safe and having fun.
There are a number of lizard folk that seem to have kind of huddled around Jess a little bit, all admiring the vibrant red hair that she has. They don't seem to be able to communicate with her very well, but it does seem like, they're being relatively gentle, acknowledging the, clear signs of injury.
Meanwhile, they're pushing her back and forth like some sort of cute and cuddly cat.
Possibly. There are a couple of individuals that hang out with Kogan a little bit, particularly ones that seem to be interested in the deep conversation that they're having in a language you probably don't understand.
The moment they start pushing Jess, an arrow will fly into their face.
It doesn't seem like there's any pushing. It definitely seems like there's a lot of, like, I wouldn't say obsessing, but definite, like, candid interest. It does seem like Calrian's left alone for the most part. In fact, like, there are a few that might pass her and give, like, this look of acknowledgement or head nod as she just kind of, eats peacefully. She seems relatively uncomfortable in the whole lizard folk village. Not 100% sure that, her investment towards the lizard folk, maybe she's had bad interactions with them before, or maybe it's just the whole sacrifice thing going on behind the feast. There's a number of reasons why a paladin may not be entirely comfortable with the scenario that it is. It does seem like, despite his arm injury, your companion in the caravan, Dregar, seems to be tossing back whatever amounts for alcoholic in this village, one after another, just kind of enjoying the general, like, bro out nature.
Little does he know it's all made of caviar.
If it is, he does not seem to mind. You do catch a glance of the fortune teller, though it seems that she is as about removed as possible from the feast, just much in the same as you, observing the things that are going on, with that same pensive smile that she tends to have.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun, indeed.
Dom dom dom.
Dun 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 dun.
It does seem that Chompy is, relatively cared upon by just about any lizard folk that passes by Chompy. It almost becomes a habit of, like, someone walks up and offers him like the best cut of whatever piece of food that they've got from their plate. It seems like if he's not following Dolgus around or just enjoying the vibrance of the feast, like, he kind of heads towards Osika from time to time and, like, pushes her around a little bit, almost as if they become somewhat fast friends in the time that Dolgus has been absent.
He's got
Yeah,
a
she's good.
friend.
But probably already taken.
It's true already.
But if no one has anything else that they want to do during this feast, or people that they would like to
One
speak
moment,
to-
guys.
Okay, I'll hold.
I feel like
shall-
our whole caravan has like Munchausen's and Gochen's like our victim.
What do you mean?
No, Gochen, you're sick or hurt. We have to have you sick or hurt.
What do you mean?
From like day one, Gochen's always going down. We're like, oh man, the axle broke. Oh crap, it was Gochen.
Here's the thing. While some of that might be the case, one of these knows that when he wanders off on his own, he is bound for some form of trouble or weird happenstance when he just agrees, yeah, sure, I'll go with whatever Zeno says in this moment.
Mhm.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's how it always goes.
One of these lives by a phrase that we all have marked as cursed, and that is, where's your sense of adventure? So when the call to adventure occurs, he says yes.
I envy that.
What did I
It
come
is
back
very
to?
fun.
What did I come back
Goshen
to?
dying.
Gochen being the needed Munchausen's victim.
Oh,
It's not.
does he have like new eyes or new arms or like maybe a new dick? I don't know.
No,
I don't
it's
know, but
just,
he's getting hurt at the moment somehow. we're just having fun at a feast.
I was explaining to our new players of the table just the kind of zaniness that one tends to get himself in, because it really is if there's a chance that something's dangerous or crazy or unknown and you give options to one, he's gonna go, well, where's your sense of adventure, which has been a coined cursed phrase for us for ages. He buys into his own demise sometimes.
I love it. It's awesome.
You should see him get what he gets up to as Jonah on the Thursday game.
Oh my god. There have
Is
been
that
some
the turtle one?
Yeah.
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 And the worst part is I try to pull Jack into his shenanigans,
Oh, it's
and
great.
then Captain gets so upset.
Jack used to be our cabin boy. Now he's our ship person, and now he's like the youngest member of the crew, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That sounds fun.
And the oddest thing is, he's more mature than Jonah is in terms of mental maturity. But he still keeps getting dragged along to the point where the captain has expressly forbid Jonah from pulling a Jack anywhere with him by themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's great.
That's awesome.
But as I was saying before, if no one else has something that they want to do during this feast or people they want to talk to, I suppose we could move it to the morning.
You sound disappointed.
Just offerings are on the table, and I just want to make sure that I'm not shortcutting anyone. So
I think I've said what I'm saying. Is anyone else forgetting something?
Nope, Soth would just be watching Jess interact with the lizard folk, making sure everything's fine.
Ava would actually go around back to Ulsika if she's around.
she is. She's actually occasionally hanging around Chompy.
She's
Yep.
gonna see if she's got any interesting magical items that she might be willing to trade.
What kind of things are you looking for?
Headband of Int if she has one.
Hmm.
Probably not. But
Roll a d100.
yeah. 52.
She looks at you and shakes her head. Sadly, I do not have this fabric of intelligence that you're looking for. But I could possibly give you a tribal marking.
Tribal marking.
We of the Garrical have special rituals that allow us to amplify certain portions of our physicality. They are painful, but they do have a small benefit, depending on which marking you decide to shoot for. It is, by I think your pinkskin's phrasing, somewhat investment heavy.
Investment in what sense?
Well, you would regard it as expensive if
Ah.
you have things of value to compensate for the materials required and incantations that need to be invested. We could perhaps do something like that for you.
Perhaps. What possibilities are there for these markings?
Well, I know that you pinkskins tend not to come with the capability to skulk in the dark freely. Beyond that, if you're looking for a mark that would amplify one's mental faculties, whether it be your sharpness of mind, your insightfulness, or even your ability to draw a crowd or inspire others. These are emblematic markings that we wise ones are capable of imparting. It is actually typical in order to brand one of our tribe in such a way when they ascend to becoming a wise one.
Do you know how these interact with more pink skin methods of enhancing themselves?
I'm sorry, repeat?
Do you know how these interact with more pink skin methods of enhancing oneself? Such as these cloths that I was mentioning?
You might consider these inherent to one's being once they have settled. The challenge with this, however, is that it does leave a lingering debilitation once first implemented, something that would need to heal with time.
You had Ava at inherent.
Hmm.
So the question is, do you have goods to cover such a thing?
The group does.
Because you could best bet that Gochin's gonna be taxed for such things. From what Ulsika describes, effectively they've got things for just about each ability score and other more minor physicality-based things if you're looking for interesting alterations.
Ava will let me just check something real quick here. Ava's gonna send a message to Ethne letting her know about this. Did you catch
Ethna, you
that?
get a message.
Guess I'll go find Ava after receiving it.
She's off to the side. Every once in a while, Ulsika kind of sends a lizard folk away. You who understand Draconic can clearly see these as, promises of a mighty catch in order to prove their worthiness as a mate.
After I walk up, I'll be like, "Hey, Ava, what's up?"
seems that the natives here are particularly adept at using their own shamanistic magics to inherently increase the abilities of oneself. A discussion with some of their wise ones has led to an offer of possible enhancement. I thought this would be something that you might be interested in as well. And to be perfectly honest, I wanted to know your thoughts on using some of the wares that the group has accumulated to pay for such services.
I don't think it's a bad idea. As for the wares, I personally have no care on what you do with them. That's all up to you, Ava. I trust you.
Do you not have any thoughts of partaking in this ritual as well?
Oh, I would definitely be interested.
Ava will turn back to the priestess. She was a priestess, right? She just
A wise one, yeah.
Wise one,
She's
okay.
the high. She is effectively the high priestess of her tribe.
And how much would 2 treatments of this run in terms of value? I know you prefer bartering, but maybe a rough estimate or an example of previous trade, perhaps.
If your ink pots were required for the armors that you gave us, for a single implementation of this tribal scarring, you'd be looking at something around 20 times the value. Effectively, 6,000 gold for each.
Okay. I was like trying to do the math, and I'm like, I hope he doesn't mean 20,000.
No, not 20,000. You'd be looking at 6,000 for each of them.
Okay.
Or a slot less, a +2 headband equivalent.
Mm-hmm. But it comes with a detriment.
Scarring?
Effectively, you have to make the checks in order to, not come out with a detriment.
Ava's coming out with a detriment, but you don't care.
Effectively, there will be 4 fortitude checks, or saves, and they do get a little bit more difficult after each one. Depending on how many fail, determine how much damage to your con you have, or drain.
Alright. I will bring up a list for Ava and Athene. But yes, Ava is definitely interested in getting an enhancement.
So the question is that do you have the value to pay for such a thing?
I think we might probably should see if anybody else wants to do anything while I do the math for this.
That seems like a very selfish use of party funds, but okay. Shouldn't that be a personal fund?
See how much it takes out, and if need be, Ava will pay it back.
with party funds.
Yeah, I can't believe you're doing this with party funds. It's very illegitimate with doing it with party funds. You should do a loot
That's good.
split and then
You guys will pay each other back.
I mean, I would do a loot split if we had a way to sell the stuff and then get money for it.
No, as a player, I'm completely fine with what you do with the gear.
I do apologize, but it seems that the most close civilization that might do the bartering you're looking for is probably Freedom Town.
For what I'm looking for?
No, in terms of like if Ava wanted to liquidate, items to make a loot split of coins,
That's
so to
quite a
speak.
distance
okay.
too.
Yeah, I wrote you on Discord. I didn't know if you noticed it.
I did not.
Oh, okay. No worries.
You'd have to ask. That's part of that whole, you're in the village, you gotta, chat with people, see what's out and available.
Okay.
Hmm.
yeah, Dolk's just gonna spend the remainder of the feast telling his own like stories and experience, while also trying to see just how well or how far behind he falls behind in the whole measuring up thing. Because it's just a general measuring contest, so why not?
Mm-hmm. Sounds like Darlin's just vibing, so.
Yep.
Ignoring all the great meetups that he could be having. Such a shame.
Sorry, I'm not attracted to scales.
Oh, I didn't say I think you were gay either, but there was that guy that wanted to talk to you. And you just blew him off. So I mean, who knows?
No, I'm fine. Don't let
Is there
it
any way that
way.
Sylph could make like Dulgus seem like flashier than the other lizard folk around, just like bolster Dulgus's like image?
You speak Draconic, and you could try to improve the attitude of the village towards him. This would be
Oh
considered
dear.
carousing, so I would say that this is probably a
dear.
diplomacy check.
This is not going to end well. But I dig it.
So for pretty much anything that Dulgus bolsters about himself, Sylph will back it up with like a tail or like a
yeah,
I
I
was there.
was there.
Yeah,
like right
yeah.
with the giant. Look at the giant. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so if you want to toss me a diplomacy check to carouse.
Yes.
Then tell me the
Basically,
tales and tell me what you are talking good about Dolgus in order to really play it up for me.
yeah. The way I see it is, Dolgus tells his own shitty version of the story, then Sylph just does it, but does it good.
Silt creases over any concern that might be out there that Dolgus isn't a lizard folk. Silt is able to basically make him seem like one of the mightiest hunters out there. That his right to, just about any claim isn't just on the backs of, the great Chompy. Still, one
Yeah,
thing
like,
that you might get out.
He fought off like a pack of wargs, and then I was like, yeah, but you would have done way more if you hadn't fought off those bolas right beforehand.
Still, you might get the sense that like they start to kind of look at Dolgus with a similar way that they look towards their chief. Like,
Yes.
oh, so scaled before, but scaled no more.
And Sil's like, yep, you betcha. And that's not even the best part. He just goes on with more tales.
Yeah. Why do I get the feeling their chief used to be a lizard folk but got reincarnated into a human?
That's what I'm thinking. He was once like a tribe leader or something. They just reanimated him in a human body or something.
Who knows?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But weirdly, Dolgus, you're getting a lot more positive reception. Like you were getting some like weird glances, but now there's not a single glance that comes your way that looks at you oddly. It's almost like you've become somewhat submersed within the culture of the Girikal tribe.
Ah, it's like when he was back home, or what he considers back home. Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
And that is where Soth will stand, pat Dolgus on the shoulder, and walk back towards Jess.
You would get towards Jess, and some of the lizard folk have like kind of gone back to the feastings and partying of sorts. It seems that she looks a little on the more tired side, but there are a couple that kind of like continue to like play with her hair a little bit. There's now a few like extra little bones and more witch doctor aesthetic kind of stuff.
Oh, wow. So there's actual like witch doctors right there checking her out?
You're not sure that they're witch doctors. You note the design motif of like what they've done to her hair.
Okay.
They've styled it of sorts. It seems that the lizard folk have a relative interest in hair and just seemed the most pliable. And she didn't exactly say no.
Silth would talk to them in Draconic and say, I see you have found one of our bravest warriors.
Whatever do you mean? This one has very shiny features from her head.
Silth will talk about just a few of the things that she has done in the adventures and then how she withstood the pretty much mutilation and how she can still retain the beauty that they see, even through all of that. Just kind of give them her tale.
Oh, a sightless one.
Yes.
Sightless and mute. How to stay in tribe and not get abandoned.
Very useful.
Explain.
Well, before she lost sight, she sold lots of things like merchant stuff. Always her words meant a lot to people when she spoke, whether they were crazy or not.
But if unable to do these things, is value to tribe not lost?
She still retains the memory of how to cook, and just if we were to ask her something, she could write down, information. She's still very useful. Pink skins are useful other than just combat.
Wise ones have certain qualifications that sound similar to this, but seems like a stunted tool, better to be replaced. Or set on shelf. They present her hair.
Well, us pink skins also value information in other ways. And think of like a telescope; it just sits there. But also, without that telescope, you wouldn't know what's out there, the unknown.
What is a telescope?
And this is where Sylph breaks down. He's like, that is like a bottle, and he points. You know what a bottle is, right? Water has things.
It is like jug, but
Yep.
smaller.
Hold jug to your eye, and things get bigger. That's what a telescope is.
They look confused at you.
Now run
Wait.
along and try this at home, kids.
One of them grabs the bottle, looks through it at you, immediately drops it, and makes a small not so much a shriek, but definitely a sound of surprise.
Wait, did you actually have a telescope you gave him?
No, I told him how to make one by using a bottle.
You
Yeah,
have
so-
sufficiently scared them, and so they leave you, and just you're lonesome.
And Sylph will slug Jess on the shoulder and ask her if she's tired.
She would nod.
All right, he'll help guide her back to the caravan.
What up, Pierce?
I did the maths, and we definitely have enough value in loot. If we were to split just the loose loot, it's about just shy of 3,000 gold each.
Wow.
So it's not even that big of a chunk out of our loot. I will post the breakdown of what is being proposed. Oh
Man,
god,
he has this planned out.
it
The
used
group loot
fucking-
negative.
Well, you also have to
Really
consider
fix
that Gochin is already currently
Oh yeah,
gonna be impressing upon that.
there we go. Oh, I'm sure. But he could come asking if Ava, and then I'll have to do this again.
Shield cloak, masterwork double axe, breastplate, falchion, heavy load belt. Nobody wanted the heavy load belt, huh?
Nope, nobody has the headband of charisma +2 in here either.
I thought the headband of charisma was on stealth.
Did Sylph take the headband?
Yeah, I thought I took that.
Okay, I'll update that then.
Am I not even wearing that?
Should.
Bro didn't even put it on.
Let me double check your sheet real quick.
There we go.
Headband of alluring charisma. Yeah, I do have that
Yep,
on.
okay. I just didn't update that for the last session.
Alluring, like the knee pads of Allure.
Let me get a quarter real quick and make sure that that is applied. It is. Yep. There's an enhancement bonus on there. Okay, we good. Yeah, no. So
I don't know
if your team approves of your request, you'll have to ask them.
I'm cool
well,
with it.
team.
Gochin's will cost the same as well, by the way.
I'm cool with it too.
Gochin, give me a third fortitude.
Oh
So
man.
Gochin's will be 3,000 then?
Yeah.
Again, just barely.
Oh,
Gochin, you're fighting through the pain, but as the incantations continue, it appears that there's a frog that's been cut open, and there's this jelly-like mass that comes from that bulge right where they would like croak and their jugular would kind of expand. That they seem to smear over the edges of your eyes.
oh,
They doing
Gochin.
things.
All
He's
this
just sitting
to
there
see
like,
in the
I'm
dark.
so invested. As time goes on, he's just like, oh, I'm so much further invested. I have to just go through it. I have to let it happen. Trust the process.
Wait, does Shono even speak Draconic?
He doesn't, so he has no clue what the fuck is going on.
It's like you're overseas, you're like in India or Thailand or something like that, and you need an
Yep.
emergency operation. None of the doctors or whoever are all speaking around you, but none of them are speaking English, so you have no idea what they're talking about. In reality, they're just talking about how tiny your pee-pee is.
He's from big city, but his penis so small.
Wow, guys. Wow. That being
And then when they
said,
look at him, big pee-pee, big pee-pee.
We must make this big man.
Was that from like an episode of South Park, right?
I think so, yeah. He is from big city, but his penis so small.
so party, are there any other shenanigans you want to get into during this feast?
No, I still wandered on back off to the caravan with Jess to make sure she gets some rest.
That's fair. You know, that doesn't take you too long. So
True. Very true. Sylph would go up to that same priest and ask her if she knows like how to perform any enchants or anything that would allow two people to use telepathy. Or if she could form a scribe on like Jess's eyes area to allow her to have
Are you
some
talking?
sight.
Are you talking temporarily or permanently when you want a
Permanently.
telepathic? Oof, I think that's a permanent telepathic bond or something like that under permanency spell.
Well, if
Plus
you
the
can
actual telepathy.
you can like enchant rings with telepathy with a 150-foot radius. I
How much?
was researching it. There's like a lot of ways to do telepathy, but from what I researched, the easiest way to go about it is through like enchantment.
Yeah, see, my mind immediately leapt to vampire for some reason, but well.
Oh man, that would suck to permanently have telepathy between two people.
No,
Permanently? Eh.
I have it with Solaric and Jade Regent.
Oh really?
Uh-huh.
That's kind of cool.
It's cool in fantasy. It's not so cool IRL where they always know what you're doing.
They don't. They don't actually hear anything unless it's specifically intended for them.
That seems like a fantasy blow off. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he would inquire about any type of enchantment of telepathy or markings that could be done between telepathy or even vision.
Well,
Or even put a dead man's eyes into a living person's skull. Since we're all about the witch doctor stuff.
Or push out a living man's soul and put in a dead man's soul in a living man's body.
she
Yeah.
would, if you ask about implants, nod to you.
Oh.
Great Chief actually has replaced the essence of humanity in order to properly reacclimate to lizard folk society.
Is there any way you could give eyes to our non-sighted friend, the redhead?
She nods.
At what cost? Sylph puts his hand up to his chin.
It is a extended process. It is very painful and would cost quite a bit of resources. It is much as a ritual as it is a surgical process. Not for the faint of heart. Our great chief suffered for weeks after operation.
What kind of like price are we talking here?
I'll tell you this. You are heading to the Druid's Vault, yes?
Perhaps I kind of go with the flow. So if that's where we're going, yep.
If this is the case, I'm sure that there is something the Druids held that would hold interest to the Girikal. I know that your mission sounded like it had some urgency. If you claim us a prize, we will work on your friend while you are absent. Understand, she will not be the same as you knew her before. In terms of physicality, we only have the other lizard folk and what other individuals stumble in on our tribe.
So it won't be like pink skin eyes. It'll be different kind of eyes.
She nods.
Okay. You know what? When life throws you lemons, huh? And he knows full well she would not understand that kind of concept, but he says it anyway. So what is this item that you want me to retrieve if I stumble across it?
I know not what the druids held, but we are a naturalistic tribe. I'm sure that there are things that they held that may be of interest. I'm sure someone like you or your tribe would understand things of value. She looks to Ava. This one seems to understand the value of trade. She may be able to guide you. But something particularly valuable would likely cover the resource loss.
Sylth is just thinking of all the things from a dungeon he could just fit inside Arwen if Ethna just let him.
This would restore your friend. She was very kind when I was speaking with her before.
She's a very important person to me. So anything that could give her a little bit of her humanity and sight back, I'm willing to risk. I will actually want to speak to her first to see if she will agree to this. I don't want to throw her into anything she's unwilling to do.
That is fair. I understand the consideration of compensation for this kind of process is likely also a tribal chat. So I know that your caravan will not be able to travel very far within the marshes, considering the thickness of its terrain. You may wish to impart with the rest of them what you wish to have done. We can watch some of your friends as your scouting party continues on its proper mission.
Sounds like a plan. I will, I guess, meet back up with you when we are both done talking with our correspondents.
She nods, looks back to Ava. Have you considered your possible injuries going forward?
The price will be worth the pain.
She shrugs. You may also wish to chat with your tribe.
Perhaps. If we'll go off to find Darlin Dolgus.
Effectively, this will be an 8-hour process you will have to endure. For every 2 hours, there will be a fortitude save based on what you're trying to get done. The check will increase by 2 every single time. That being said, feel free to converse with your party and make those decisions. Gochin's currently already in process and will be done before the evening finishes.
Yeah, he didn't give us the dignity and courtesy of letting us know.
To be fair, he didn't understand what he was getting himself into.
No, not even. Hey guys, I'm gonna be right back.
Spending quarter of a fortune. It's okay, right?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to go this way? Okay.
Oh, you guys can do what I said? Okay, cool, let's go for it.
Yeah.
That being
Look
said,
out my
Gochin,
eyes.
go ahead and give
My
me your
heart.
final
100.
fortitude save.
All right.
Loses
Fingers crossed, buddy.
Yes.
an eyeball.
Wow!
Nice.
Gochin's a badass, guys.
Oh man.
Yeah, you
I
guys
went up
ready
by
to have
exactly
Ava?
2 from my last one.
Just
You
gonna
guys
walk
ready to
out
have
looking
Ava
like
with
George Foreman in his prime.
8 conjuring?
Oh, nice.
That's what I'm imagining it's going to be like for Ava.
Just because like just this zombie horde behind her. It's like, oh, this, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, Ava's going to find the rest of the party and let them know she's going to undergo some surgery. Surgery.
You guys are goofballs. Okay.
Sylph will go and explain to Jess the situation that he may have gotten them into, and if she's okay with the process happening.
If you explain the length and breadth of the situation, Jess almost like more energetically than you've seen in a while, like would kind of like grab onto your jacket after like figuring out where you're at and like nod fervorously.
All right. That's it. He'll grab her wrist and hold her hand up and then just slap it as hard as he can. Like, we got a deal then. We're gonna make you see again.
From the implications, it would also sound that she would also be all right with replacing the tongue as well.
Oh, so she just starts pointing at her mouth. I'm like, oh, your tongue too? Well, I mean, all right. We'll see how much. You have to steal a lot of shit for that. All right. We'll do it, though. For you, anything.
These are quality gifts.
That is awesome.
These are quality.
That's why you can see in the dark now. His eyes are huge.
He's tripping balls.
You know, you wouldn't be wrong, Derek, if he failed. That was entirely a possibility.
While Ava's going off and finding Dulgus and Darlin, Ethne's gonna go take Arwen and Malak and give them to Roddy to watch over them
Oh, okay.
while she has her modification.
He looks up to you and he goes, "Oh, what do I owe you the visit?"
I need you to babysit.
I see. I'm a little surprised you're not handing these over to Ava, Darlin, for that matter. But
Ava's gonna be busy with me.
oh, well then,
Well,
I see.
no. We're having surgery stuff done.
Oh, well, that makes a hell of a lot more sense. Thank you for clarifying that. I was not sure how I was going to explain that to anyone else in the caravan.
Oh man, you need to stop, putting your mind in the gutter, man.
I apologize. It's been the topic of conversation throughout the village quite a bit, and it does not help that Dolgus also espouses such things. Just kind of gets stuck in your head.
I mean, yeah, that topic has been wandering around for more than just this village, but yeah, understood.
I apologize. I thank you for your confidence. Enjoy your surgery?
Yeah, I'm not sure how long it's gonna take, but please take care of Arwen and and don't let Malak go missing.
Will do.
And I am trusting you. If you mess up, I will kick your ass.
I
Let him get eaten
1000% believe that.
Good. And then she'll.
Just somewhere off in the distance here. He betrayed the whole party once.
She was there for that.
I was there for
No.
the end of it.
She was there for the end of it. She wasn't there for the whole stabbing and all that stuff.
True.
I just
Or
showed
he
up for the
got
battle in the end. That was it. Everything was set on fire, and that's when shit went down.
And why is it every time that you walk into a town, Ethna, the place just catches fire?
I'm cursed. I'm cursed.
It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah. Yep.
By
But
fire
mostly
be
gift.
purged. In any case. So, Darlin Dolgus, it seems that Ava has collected you.
Now, where we're going? Actually, a question: is this still the feast night, or is this the day
Yes.
after?
This is a feast night.
Oh, excellent. Hey, where are we going? Oh, wait, let me finish that. And Dogus will finish like a
Yeah.
horn of something.
You're fine to remain here. Ethne and I are. We have negotiated a trade that will result in us undergoing some surgery to improve ourselves.
Has Dogus ever heard of this kind of surgery before?
Roll me a religion check.
Okay, I don't let you think I have religion, but I'll do it anyway.
You can roll it untrained for this, but okay.
Nope.
Not really. It didn't come to mind too much.
No, okay, we'll have fun. And Dogus will pick up Ava's drink and drink it too.
Nice.
It's likely that Gochin is undergoing a similar process. But
How do you know that?
Dogus will actually look around for Gochin's drink, but then he realizes Gochin never showed up to begin with.
he's either dead or undergoing surgery, so
Well, let me know whether or not we're doing like a body burning and a drink toasting tomorrow, or if we're just doing things as usual tomorrow.
Here's
Understood.
Dad.
I don't think Chompy would have eaten him. Chompy might have eaten Roddy, but he's over there somewhere.
You see Roddy's, still got a little bit of a crowd. But it seems like every once in a while, you get somebody that passes you by and maybe brushes scales with you, there, Dolgus.
You're a hero now.
It would appear that both of your bards have, done what they can to enamor the village to your caravan.
Yep.
They
the
wanted
rest
to
are-
tell our Dolgus that he's on a green skin. Well, now he's the best motherfucking green skin they've ever seen.
Greenskin.
I mean,
those are
sorry,
awful.
scaly skin.
Cool.
Sorry.
Insults.
Sorry. That was a
Fighting
player
words.
error, not a self error.
And a pound of flesh.
Nah.
Okay, we have to carefully carve off exactly 1 pound of flesh and feed it to Chompy.
What does Darlin say to these things?
Darla just follows the surgery. He wants to see this.
Okay.
it will most likely result in me having a debilitating condition considering my constitution. So, something to
Well, I'm
look
hoping
forward
you
to.
come out hideous and ugly, because then maybe you'll stop being such a pretty pain in the butt. Darla will give her a swift kick in the butt, playfully.
She goes soaring across the building.
Yeah, she glides at least 5 foot due to the effortlessness that Ava has when it comes to resisting wind.
Just
Perhaps this will hurt less than before.
kicking a beach
It's like
ball.
it's basically like Ava can replicate all those fancy kung fu gliding jumping moves just because.
Yes.
Yep.
She doesn't have any of the form, but it's kind of like if you were to toss a mage with slow fall perpetually.
Yeah, that reminds me of DDO, which we in one play like every Saturday night. Yeah. If you get got an item that gives you a permanent feather fall effect, yeah, you basically just
Oh,
go up to high
yeah.
objects and jump off and glide around the map.
Yeah. So in this instance, it seems that Ethna and Ava are both setting down for some sort of modification.
Mm-hmm.
So, question is, what are you getting modified?
Hadn't thought
These
that
are
far
inher-
ahead.
These are inherent bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
So,
enhance
int.
your arm to work with Malak.
Wait, you can get inherent bonuses here?
Yeah.
As opposed to enhancement bonuses?
That was what we were saying, yeah.
This changes everything.
I thought they were just the usual plus the 2 enhancement bonuses. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was willing to spend the money.
They stack with the bands, man. Oh man, I wish I'd understood that. Oh well.
1 second.
Yeah, I didn't know it was inherent bonuses either, but it's whatever. I'm rolling with it.
And quick, sell the horses, sell the ox.
Sell the faulty caravan.
Yeah. Where's Roddy? We could sell him too.
Some of the ladies seem to like him. Mm.
Yeah, perfect. We could sell him for an increase in price. Comes at a premium.
Fool them into selling just one of my balls of dancing light. Then when we leave, it just vanishes.
Thought you were gonna just stop at balls.
They just sell. We'll sell Silt's balls.
Then he and Jess will never have kids, at least until you can get a regenerate spell. I mean, that's 7th level spell, but whatever.
I'll sell you these. They're called the crown jewels from the biggest city you have ever seen.
Be right back.
Alright, I'm back. Needed to put a bandage on.
Did you cut yourself?
No. I just
I cut him. He was being an asshole. I cut a bitch.
So as you guys are moved to prepare for your eventual abuse, you would come into one of the larger tents of the village and find that there is a Gochin biting down on a shovel handle.
Disappointing.
Oh, we found him.
And you can see that in this last threshold there are he's got a bandage over his eyes at this moment, but there's dribbling down the side of his head this purplish pus almost.
Look at him go. Does it hurt?
Oh god, it hurts.
Want me to show you a trick to get rid of the pain?
Oh God.
I don't want to mess with the process at this point.
No, it'll just help with the pain, I promise.
Okay, sure.
Let me see your finger.
Oh no!
He reaches over.
I break his finger.
Ah, you're right.
That's
eye
not
doesn't
gonna get
hurt
repaired
anymore.
very easy.
Well, here, I'll dislocate his finger. How about that?
I need a heal check.
Oh no!
Rips his finger off.
Snap. Oopsie.
You should have gone, hey, look, a unicorn. He would have been like, oh, where? And then you do it.
Alright, you're able to dislodge his finger and not break it outright. I'm sorry, but that shit requires a regenerate to fix.
Oh shoot!
God! Or time.
A
Lots
lot
weeks
of
over
time.
A couple
Yeah, just
months will
tape
be
the fingers
fine.
together.
Mhm.
Yep.
Y'all
I wish
don't
I'd
have
been
a whole
thinking
lot of
about
time on
this.
your hand.
I wish I'd been thinking about getting one of these, but at the same time, Dose would probably be preferring to do the feast and say, we can do it later. Doesn't realize that he doesn't have time for do it later.
You never know.
See? No pain. Go sleep now.
I wish they
I
would
mean,
just put me to sleep.
all you gotta do is give him enough pain that he just collapses into unconsciousness, and then he's not screaming anymore.
Yes,
doesn't
make it
feel the
to his
pain anymore.
porosity state too.
Oh,
So,
Huh.
what is Ava getting done?
Bonus to int.
What is Ethna getting done?
What are my options? Because I have no idea.
There are the ability scores, of course. There is what Gochin's got done. He has asked for sight within the dark.
I had a feeling that's what you were doing.
And then there is
I was gonna crack a joke too, but I didn't. I was like, I bet he's trying to get like dark side or something. Or night
technically
vision.
you can gain limited scent. Uh, bu- 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 You could also gain.
The Midas touch.
No.
Just making sure I have all of these properly up. You can get a tribal tattoo that would also allow you to use detect magic at will, and insight bonuses for saving throws against spells and spell-like abilities. Key to a school of your choice. Uh, there it is. Also, they can also grant you the lesser version of this. A magically infused tattoo that aids in casting of spells that normally utilize verbal and somatic components. Once per day, a spellcaster can activate the caster's tattoo as a swift action to automatically enhance the next spell that you cast in a round, with both still and silent spell feats. When you cast the spell, your tattoo will flare for a moment and then grow faint and faded. It will replenish its energy in 24 hours, after which it becomes bold and colorful once again. Required material components and foci must still be within your possession, and you need not be held when you cast the spell. This could be applied up to a 3rd level spell.
Silent time stop.
Yeah, that's expensive, but yes.
Yeah.
And it would be still and silent.
Yeah. Time stops only get verbal components.
True.
What was the one
So.
you said before this one?
That was the Rune Ward, which is also much cheaper. It would allow the bearer to use detect magic at will, but only sense auras of a particular school of magic. So effectively, you could pick one of the 8 schools of magic, and you would have constant detect magic. Would also give you an insight bonus on saving throws against it and spell abilities of that style. So if you're like, I pick evocation, anytime somebody chucks a fireball at you, you would be able to get a +1 bonus to that school of magic.
I think I'll do the caster's tattoo. Why not?
Very well. So then, Ava, we'll start with you then. For the intelligence inherent bonus tattoo, Pulsika would kind of have you set on a chair of sorts, and would explain that she's going to have to expose some of your scalp in order to do this properly.
Ava just shrugs.
So, for those of you that are present, she would effectively shave around Ava's crown, leaving her basically with her sides completely shaved and her back shaved down. So all she's got is the long locks from the top of her head. And from there begins the process of taking the scalpel. Lucica would ask if you want something to bite down on. This will be painful.
Ava holds out her hand.
Ulsika would hand you some fresh tanned leathers.
Better than a shovel.
Better than the stones I'm used to. She'll bite down on it.
All right, then. We're going to go through the first fortitude save, then.
How much does this even cost?
6
3,000.
grand.
6 for both. All right, fortitude save.
No, it's 6,000 for one.
6,000 for one.
Mm-hmm. It's basically a permanent version of the headband that stacks with the headband.
Okay. I will.
Yes. We need to come back here once we have teleport spells and just get it to all the stats.
You can only have one of these tattoos.
There.
Right. Fortitude save. Yeah.
Fortitude save. That is a pass.
Oh my god.
As Ulsika takes the, not very refined scalpel, so to speak, and begins to cut lines across your scalp in almost this runic pattern. It takes some time, but eventually she would finish. And next comes the salt. And the acid needed to make sure that these do in fact scar properly. I need another fortitude save.
11.
That is a fail. You currently have 2 points of con damage. Next up, once the acid is applied, they gut a frog and slather the slimy fluids from its sac pouch and smother it around the crown of your head. The markings that she has placed seem to, at least in Darlin's eyes, be of almost like a runic crown kind of thing. I will need your third fortitude save.
17.
That is another fail. You have 1 point of con drain. And for your last, you basically hear the enchantings and intonations of Draconic. It sounds like in your case, if you understand Draconic.
Nope.
Well, Ethanama does, and so she would understand that in this case, it is Gazra who is invoked in order to ask for the wisdom of the Tempest and for the understanding of the elements in all of its grand cosmos. The magic will seep into the scars as you go through the next couple hours and sear with a vibrance of pain. I will need your last fortitude save.
It's gonna be a fail. 16, yeah.
That it is. You take a second point of con drain. So you have 2 points of con damage and 2 points of constitution drain.
Yep.
That being said, Ethna, simultaneously one of Ulsika's fellow wise ones, will have you set down on a chair and rest your arm over a crate that seems to have been captured from one of their recent quarries. She would ask you, which hand do you want this on?
My left.
She nods. You will be going through much of the same process. In this instance, however, it would appear that the glyphs and runes that are going to be carved. You would also be given the option of leathers should you want.
Nah.
Okay, understood. But your runes and glyphs would seem a little more occultic in nature, as you would get the sense that your requests would be given to Buckrug in terms of what implementation and power they are able to transfer into this scarring tattoo. I will need your first fortitude save as they begin the process of carving into your left hand. That is a failure. You take 2 points of constitution damage.
Where do I put that in?
So in your core sheet, in con, there is a column for damage. You will drop that to a -2.
Got it.
They will continue the process through exacerbating the scar to make sure it does in fact scar, which will put you through your second fortitude save. That is also a failure. You take an additional 2 points of constitution damage. As the process intensifies, you go through the same totic ritual where they seem to try to keep the scar from infecting. Give me your third fortitude save. That is just a pass. As you seem to weather a little bit of it, you will eventually get to the end where the incantation becomes its most powerful, and Buckrug's might seems to suffuse itself within your very left hand. Give me your final
Excellent. Your
fortitude
fapping
save.
arm will just be amazing.
Damn it.
That is a failure. You have 1 point of Constitution drain.
That's gonna be expensive.
Eh.
But both you and Ava are able to see your surgeries through late through the night. Darlin, you are there to witness it all, and it seems like both girls have taken quite a bit worse for wear out of it.
I fell asleep halfway through it.
Fair
He's just watching it. He's like, "This is boring."
enough.
Snoring sounds like a thunderstorm in the distance.
The party will be able to reconvene in the morning with different extents of rest as the processes take their effect. I would imagine that first to wake is probably Sylph, Dolgus, or Darlin.
I'm sorry, what was that last part? Cat's yelling for me.
Said that the first to wake would probably be like Sylph, Dolgus, and Darlin. At
Because
any
we
given
didn't get
point.
operations.
That, yeah.
I wake up where I fell asleep.
Everyone wakes up when everyone wakes up when Chompy gives his big half yawn, half roar.
Indeed, indeed.
I will wake up and I will go find the rest of our weary travelers. Find out where the hell we are again.
I think it'd be fairly easy to collect your wayward friends.
Yeah, so they'll just be awake, sitting at the caravan's like footstool or whatever, the little foot mounts that you climb to get up
Mhm.
on.
Fair enough.
DM, quick question.
Yes.
With the increased to int, how do I handle skills?
Well, that's just it. You feel a little sharper, and thus you will be able to allocate those when your hit Constitution damage and drain is gone.
Okay.
As that is the point where you will have fully acclimated to your tattoo. But for the purposes of extra spells per day or other calculations like save DC, so on and so forth, that will come intuitively. I will say, however, that with this tattoo and the burst of intelligence, the language you pick up from this is Draconic.
So I do pick up Draconic then.
Mm-hmm. It is almost as if by working on you, she has infused you with a fraction of the understanding of their people.
Congratulations, you're a parcel tongue.
That being said, yeah, Darlin, you're able to find Gochin and Dolgus fairly easy. What sail?
Look, go. Still in pain?
Dead.
Dead.
He died.
Well, am I still in pain?
Yeah.
Well, I said you're able to find Sylph and Dulgus fairly
Oh,
easy.
Oh,
That's why I was asking
heard
Garland what he
Gojo,
was saying to
actually.
them. No, I didn't say Gochin.
Where
Nah,
you said
nah, we got
Gojo.
good. We got Gucci.
Uh, I'll sit there. I'll look at Sylph, and I'll look at Choppy, and I'll look at Sylph, and I'll look at Choppy, and I go, Choppy, I think he has a sausage in his hair.
Ah!
Okay, I have a gift for this one moment. Please hold.
I smell meat in his hair.
The Chompy is loading.
The Stromper is in fact loading. One moment, let me see how far back I have to scroll.
I will request a
Here we are.
perception
Just
check from Chompy.
substitute Dino for Wolf, or Wolf for Dino there.
I will request a perception check from the Chompster.
Okay, one moment. I put it in memes, by the way.
Understood.
Yeah, the whole head. Wow.
25.
Chompy smells Sylph and like gives him a firm lick, but then looks to Dulgus and goes, "No sausage."
I throw a sausage and so just around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Syl
Maybe-
just opens his arms wide and waits for the embrace of Chompy.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. As Darlin throws the sausage, I want Chompy to make a reflex save.
Okay, yeah, see if he snatches it out of the air before he even gets to him. Mhm. How much of a dog are you, Chumpy? Apparently very,
Oh
very
man!
Somebody's like, something.
Found it.
There's this big head that basically takes up the entire space between the two of you, just darts down and nabs it.
That's funny.
Salty. Who's a good chomp?
Who's the good chumpster?
I am the best. What do today? What do today? Can I leave? Can I go with?
Yeah, they haven't told us yet. Or probably, yeah. I never thought I'd see the day you got bored of eating scraps.
Want fight, want bite.
One fight, one bite. Got it.
You've all convened. What next?
We go see what there is to get done. Or bash down to see how our friends are healing up. I heard they were getting tattoos.
Sounds like you guys go and visit the Wise One's tent. Gochin, you're the first to wake. At least of the Wise One's tent.
Okay, Gochin wakes up and he starts touching his eye. Does it feel like a normal eye and not harder or too much softer or anything?
It stings to the touch, to say the least.
Okay, he'll stop touching it. He'll try to go look for some kind of reflection to see what his eye looks like.
You're gonna look for a water well?
Yeah.
When the glasses like scooped out his eyes and placed in.
As you like take the cloth from your face and kind of look in the well tub of water, you can see that like there's almost this glyphic etchings kind of like just across the edge of your eyes and like extra shading underneath. You see that it's still very like red and puffy, so to speak, but it seems that the scarring has come across quite clean in this instance. You've got almost this like curl right at the edge of your eyes, almost like the emblem of like the symbol of Buckrug has his tail kind of like curl right there. Still looks pretty kick-ass though.
Oh yeah, so he's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Let me
And
wrap
like
this
in
back
the
up.
and in the din of like the darkness of the tent, like there aren't really any lights going on here, and you can see just about all the things in grayscale.
And then he looks
Oh.
down and sees his fingers just look at it. Oh god! It's been
It
sideways!
it would seem that things were turned out all right.
Yeah, so he's kind of like, oh, it's all good. And as he puts his hand down on something, then he realizes his finger is dislocated. He's like, ah.
Yeah, that hurts. That definitely hurts.
The
So
eye
he-
pain goes away again.
Ooh, actually, go ahead and roll me a D100. 50 and lowers your left hand, 51 and higher is your right hand. Oh no, he dislocated something on your right hand. You're going to be taking some penalties to swinging that weapon there for a minute.
Oh no.
But it works. You're fine.
Effectively you'll be taking a -1 to swing with your weapons until that's healed up properly.
Okay.
It hurts. It's not any worse than dazzled. I would imagine that the girls would wake up next, slowly but surely.
Hmm.
Probably about the time that the rest of the boys are walking in.
I just imagine Adeline waking up and there's just a chest like sucking on one of her toes, trying to eat her, but it's too
Nope.
small still.
Nope, I don't have my chest.
Oh,
Arwen's not with her.
that's right.
Nope.
Give him to-
I made someone babysit.
That's right. I forgot.
Kept him in his place for the night. Kept him busy.
Puppy. Chew it on your
But yeah, no, the three of you gentlemen can stroll on in to see Gochin kind of over a water trough, and the two girls kind of slowly coming to.
Ah, they're alive. Guess we don't have to sell their goods. I mean, yay!
Oh, wait, how long were we down for? And
Oh, it's
wait, you guys went through the procedure too?
No, they did. I point at the other two. And I look around and I go, God, how long has it been? Feels like ages.
Yeah, well, you guys are gone. Like
Solid
we
hair.
went and got the artifact. Like we're back.
Already? That was
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't that quick. We're on year 2.
Oh my god.
Anthony will
Like,
just be
just
sitting up,
fucking
just like,
walk.
Sylph,
Sylph,
give me
it's
a bluff check.
damn early for
Yes.
this. Oh my god.
Y'all may sense motive if you like.
Oh, okay, we'll do. One moment, let me roll for both Chompy and Dolgus.
I like how
Even though Dolgus fully woke up with the ones that didn't go into surgery, he believes it anyway.
Oh, well, I'm too out of it.
Oh, okay, so
Everybody believes our little lie.
what's the next task for us then if that's already done?
Oh,
We don't have a task anymore. Dolgus is the leader of the
Failed.
tribe. We
Yeah.
came back valiantly. So yeah, we can just walk out and do whatever we want now. Go
Dolgus is
Gochin.
wondering if Dolgus is wondering what he missed last night at the feast.
He looks over at Dolgus like, man, Roddy and I put on quite the show.
Oh man. Ava, you're the only one who gets the inkling of like something's not right here. You're not sure which portion of it. Like, this all seems very far-fetched, but like there's some kernels of truth, maybe?
So, you'll tell them that we're marching to help with the orc problems then?
Oh no, the flood,
Excellent,
the
thank
flood
you.
truce and stuff isn't
She-
a thing anymore.
She pats Scylla on the chest. Thank you. And just walks out.
Dang it! Still puts his hands down and just storms off.
No, again, Ava doesn't know which portion seems sketchy. Like, it could be the years,
Yeah.
it could be the fact that Dolgus is now leader of the village.
She doesn't
like,
trust that Dolgus is in charge, but she probably thinks that Sylph can convince at least some lizard folk to attack. Regardless of what part of his story she believes. Sylph will figure it out.
mhm.
It's his
Effectively, for a learning lesson there, David, is that when you use the bluff skill in order to convince someone of something, there are modifiers for how possible or ridiculous something is.
Okay.
So if it's like, oh, it's 2 years, and then something that clearly goes against somewhat of a personality trait of a character might be a little far-fetched for some to believe. In this instance, I put a -10 penalty on you.
Okay.
So while Ava might have some inclination of something fishy, she has no reason to, disbelieve you. But something seems a little, like, skewed, because you gave a lot of information.
Yeah, when she asked about the orcs, I think that Sylph accidentally put a time frame in, and she was like, "Oh, he's lying."
So, either way, they can clearly, like, walk out and possibly disprove some of the information that you've divvied out with a little bit of deduction.
Oh,
But-
Sylph is just smirking and loving this. He's like, "Yeah."
I'm hoping Goshen realizes his finger is still dislocated 2 years later. It's probably not true.
I don't know. I
It
don't
blew
know.
over everyone's head.
Yeah, he wasn't even thinking about that part.
Gotcha didn't pick up on much there.
That was
Evan-
great.
Evan was like, wait, really? Clearly after Ava's like, sure. Like there's some like, okay, whew, maybe not. Because I think what initially probably hit Evan's head is I think what might have hit Evan's head initially with Sylph's lie is, wait, did I really just leave like Malakt and Arwen with Roddy for 2 years?
Yeah. And like, what the hell happened to them? What do they look like? Oh god.
She'd emerge and like Roddy's just long beard sitting on the same stump he promised he'd sit there for because he's such an honest dude.
Too long here.
Miss Anthony, please, I have to use the bathroom.
I would imagine he could have still moved. She just said,
Yeah.
don't get
Babysit.
the... Yeah.
Take care of them. That's it. You can go do what you got to do, but take care of them. If something happens to them, you're screwed.
He's become a legend. He's become a
Now.
legendary warrior with both of them. They're now his kids, no longer yours.
Father Roddy, is that mother? Is she back?
No, it must simply be a ghast.
Yeah, they walk away and stare at her.
But no, all shenanigans aside, you are all able to leave this tent for the time being and choose your next path. Like, what do you want to do first? Are you chatting with the caravan? Or are you chatting with the chieftain? Like,
Going and
what's on
getting
the-
my shit. That's what
Alright.
I'm doing first.
You would find Roddy easily at the caravan, getting a morning cup of coffee. He'd look to you and go, Well, you look like shit.
I feel like shit, but that's nothing new.
Yeah, okay. Well, morning nonetheless. Suppose you're here for the drop-offs?
Yes, I would like my children back, please.
Oh, alright. They didn't really cause any trouble last night. Although Arwen asked a fair number of questions.
He's learning. He's still young. He'll figure it
I'm a
out.
little surprised that he's still just that capable of speech, but in any case, he heads to the back of the caravan wagon and returns with both Arwen and Malakt.
I will take them. It's like Arwen is still learning to talk, but he'll catch on eventually. He's just more interested in reading.
So I understand.
And then Ed and I will go find coffee.
Yep. Roddy will awkwardly kind of sidestep you and let you towards Kogan's cart and just kind of give a glance back at you as you round the corner and then just kind of shake his head and continue on back to the village.
Side. He did tough. Wanted child.
As he's walking off and and she's going to go get her coffee. He's like, "Thanks, by the way."
You're welcome. Catch you later. And then he just kind of walks off even more awkwardly.
Husband material. He's showing you.
Yeah, Roddy's having a little crush moment going on.
So, beyond that, what else are we doing this morning?
Soph will try and find the priest or whatever the druid again, and talk to her if she's talked to her people about the deal with Jess.
Have you talked with the rest of the caravan about your side of it? I know you
Oh
spoke
god,
with Jess.
no. I mean, Jess already said it's okay, so that's all that matters.
Okie day. Go ahead and give me a gather information check to see where Lusika is at.
Gather information, you said?
So diplomacy, knowledge local, perception. There are a fair amount of people that remember you from last night's feast, and will kind of guide you in the direction. It takes a little bit as the lizard folk are kind of getting up and about and doing their thing. You would eventually find her doing morning rounds, making sure that people did not party too hard, that the rangers are ready to head on out and do their duty. She would look at you. You are of the caravan tribe, right? What can I do for you this morning?
We spoke yesterday on the means to fix the sightless one.
Ah, yes. And have you come to a conclusion with your tribe?
Not the tribe fully, but the person at matter is fully committed to it. And she is wondering if you could also replace her tongue. I understand it might cost a little more, or you might need more bounty on my excursion, and that's okay with me.
She would nod. It is within the capabilities of the tribe, yes. As you would say, it would be more resource intensive.
Sure.
I would also need to get the blessings of the great chief, but it is doable.
Okay, then that's what we will do. I will make sure my bounty is doubled for the price.
I do want you to understand that if you cannot bring something that is worthy of the gifts that Bakra gives, she will be taken in his name.
Silth will wide-eyed and put his head down, but also nod, knowing that the cost is great, but it's also what Jess wants to.
She would nod and then, head back to the chieftain's hut.
Silth would get very nervous and run back to the group and kind of explain what's going on.
Trying to get killed already.
No, I just, you guys have to, if you can, just make sure that I gather like loot. Like if you see me leaving empty-handed, make sure that I go back and get something. I need to get something for this.
So you explain to them the situation then?
Yeah, and I let them know that Jess is fully aware of it. It has nothing to do with the party's gold. Like, I'm not using any of our resources. I just have to take things for them. So I'm not putting any of us in danger. It's really just a matter of Jess's safety. I just have to absolutely get items. That's like of great importance.
What say you, party?
The process is very painful. I don't know if she'll be able to handle it.
I mean, she did make it through the process of having those things removed.
Yeah, it's very true.
The time was much shorter, though.
Yeah, but the will that she has could definitely take. I mean, you guys all suffered through some shit.
If it's what she wants.
Okay, well, I'll allow it then.
I'll just shrug and say, I guess it's coming out of your cut then.
Yep. It is. It's all me. I made sure it wasn't a party like group thing when it comes to our finance and resource. If they would have asked for money, I would have involved you guys from the starting.
Don't worry, we'll be sure that you make a fair squat.
Speaking of which, as you guys are discussing payment things, a group of wise ones from the Girikal tribe kind of walk up to you and look to Ava and point to the three of you and extend their hands.
Ava walks over to the caravan and starts pulling out the loot she already tallied in her head.
Here's loot, 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 and more loot, and oh yes, this loot, and maybe also this loot.
Yeah, because like I said, it's 6K a piece, so.
Oh, lucky, lucky. I don't think we even have much more than that.
Yeah.
Is this like emptying the party trade pool or something?
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be broke after this.
Gee, y'all are gonna be broke for spending it all on yourselves, you greedy bums.
Kitty paw.
See, that's why I agreed to take something rather than pay for something. Because I knew we wouldn't have the funds to fix Jess on top of the three of us.
Oh, Jess's
Uh,
process is going to be much more involved and longer than the rest of them. That's why Ulsika offered to do it while you were away.
we
But
have
also made sure you understood that if you came back empty-handed, that Jess will be sacrificed to Buckrug.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Quick
I'm
question.
either ready to steal or die trying to slaughter a village.
We have a studded ornate gold coffer without any value on it.
I do believe I told you before that that was 300 gold pieces.
300.
Oh, psh. Chat this dude. But I'm failing miserably.
All right. So while Pyrrhus figures out the dividend of loot that needs to be traded to Gearcall to compensate for the rest of this, I do believe that Valana would approach your party. It would appear that you have gotten good sanction from the Gearcall. With that, I do believe you'll be able to move forward. I do not believe the wagons will be able to traverse the inner marshes, so you'll need to take head on foot. Your best bet would be to cross the river Esk and make your way deeper into the marsh.
Question.
Sure.
Is this the moment where we're finally going to have to start worrying about the will-o-wisps?
Probably.
Okay, I will definitely actually prepare the fairy fires then.
This is the point where you begin to venture into the marsh all on your lonesome.
What Chompy, right?
Chompy wants to go fight and bite.
Can he actually fight and bite will-o-wisps? I remember them being annoying buggers.
They probably have very high AC, but they are not incorporeal, so you do not have to worry about that problem. As far as your intelligence on these creatures brought to you, they are aberrations, and so they are able to be hit. They're just very dexterous blighters.
Little aberrations.
Yes. That said, if your party wishes to depart, you certainly can. Or is there anything last minute with the village you would like to discuss, do, or chat with anyone in particular before you take off?
I'm not sure. Would anyone
Thinking.
be knowledged on like will-o-wisps, or is there gonna be hags if there's will-o-wisps?
Who knows?
Oh god, because usually if there's will-o-wisps, there's hags.
There wasn't in Kingmaker.
There's not a Kingmaker.
I don't think there's a hack in Kingmaker. I could be wrong. But there are definitely will-o-wisps in Kingmaker.
I'm going to run down the line. Gochin, is there anything else you'd like to do in the village before you depart on your trek deeper into the marsh?
Nope.
Darlin, is there anything else you would like to accomplish within the village before you trek further into the marsh?
See if I can sell Silt off as a silk slave.
Yeah.
You don't think that they're very interested in the Azamar as sex trafficking?
Oh well.
They might basically give. How strong is he? That's what's going to matter. Is he strong enough to move some boulders? Because if not, they don't even want him as a labor slave.
He can barely move himself.
Sylph will stand tall and puff his chest and recall a time that he helped some very old women back at Castle Everstand. And
Oh
did
yes, he
very well.
did. Oh yes, he did.
They
But-
might want him for his. They might want to just put him in a birdcage and rely on his singing voice.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
there you
no,
go.
he's still definitely very favored amongst the village, but nobody seems to take to him in the prospective mate category.
Yeah, physically I'm not attracted to them.
You don't have a frill, that's why.
Yes.
Well, no, they equate him more to an avian than they do a scaly.
Yeah, Sylph's dorsal fin is not on his back.
Moving on, Ava, is there anything last minute that you would like to take care of before
Nope.
departing?
Nope.
You sure?
No. Ava's got nothing else. She's
All
just doing the loot right now.
Dolgus, is there anything last minute that you would like to accomplish before moving on in the adventure?
Well, Yes, but considering that the thing I want costs money and the group just spent all of the group loot on buying a few personal things for personal people, yeah, I can't exactly get Chompy new armor for his newer, larger form. I was hoping to get him some
Armor
barding
was he
of
wearing
like.
before?
He was wearing a chain shirt barding, but that broke when he became bigger.
Indeed.
And I only got 50 gold because there hasn't been a loot split, just handouts.
That is also fair. Right. An event. Silk, is there something that you to before the end?
Is there any lizard folks standing around us?
Oh, there's plenty in the village. You guys are kind of like at that threshold where you're like at the caravan / at the village.
Is there any wise ones standing around us that would have like a decent amount of knowledge?
You could infer around.
Sylph would try and inquire about any of the lizard folk around him if they have heard any rumors or tales or even had seen any type of marsh giants walking around. Another telltale sign of will-o-wisps.
I'm not getting your idea of telltale signs of will-o-wisp, because the one time
Marsh.
I've always
Because a
encountered
will-o-wisp
will-o-wisp.
isn't important. It's what's with the will-o-wisps that are more dangerous too.
You have never played Kingmaker. The will-o-wisps were perfectly fine, dangerous on their own.
No, I haven't. I haven't played a video game Kingmaker. No.
I'm not talking about the video game. I'm talking about the actual adventure path Kingmaker that the video game is based on.
Nope.
Yeah,
Andrew, you must
Will-O-Wisp are pretty
understand
beast.
that
Newbie.
this is his first full adventure path in Pathfinder.
Yeah. Will-o-wisps are going to be just going to be fucking annoying, just as they are.
In any case, yeah, no. You ask anybody in the village and they'll go, "Oh, yeah, no, many marsh giant in marsh, kind of in the name."
Yeah, just trying to equip myself with what else we'll be facing.
Watch out. If they touch you, could come back cursed.
Yes.
I know what Dolgus is
Definitely.
doing.
Is there anything that you would like to accomplish before trekking out for adventure?
Nope. I think I'm good.
All right. After that feast, everybody can make sure that they are at topped up hit points. You all had a good night's rest, with the exception of Ethna and Ava. So your damage remains the same as it did from the prior day.
Dolgus will
will-
also have a staring contest with the chief.
The chief would come to see you all off. We understand you are out for your mission today. I wish you, great hunters, great luck. May Bakra give you proper grace. And he says this without breaking eye contact with you, and he does have his mantle back on. I would like a constitution check from you there, Dolgus, in order to see who, in fact, breaks concentration first. Yeah, he's got you beat this time. Although you're unsure as to whether or not it's due to the fact that he's wearing the mantle.
Yeah. Dolgus will try again next time.
There seems to be a certain amount of respect that he places with you all, as he has called you great hunters, and has even come to see you off. This is one of the, outside of the feast last night, one of the first times you've seen him exit his tiki hunt, and he is actually at the edge of the village perimeter to see your party off. Is there any last minute words you would like to leave with your caravan?
Stay safe. Don't eat the chicken.
They will, nod in understanding as your party readies to collect and leave. The away party is Gochin, Ava, Dolgus, Sylph, and Evana. Yeah.
Come on, let's go get that level 7.
Oh, and Darlin, who's disconnected from Roll20.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay awake, but
No, I get you.
it's not working very well.
As you all travel into the marshlands, one of the Girikal will help guide you to at least the River Esk and assure you safe passage across the water rapids. It is from there that you are left to your own devices. And as you make your first, paces into the marsh and take in your surroundings, I would like a perception check.
Alrighty, perception checks coming up. See here, perception. Okay, there's perception.
Ooh. Gochin, holy hail.
Compy's still full from the feast. He's not exactly in top form yet.
I see this. All right, then. As you guys make your initial way into the eastern side of Ghostlight Marsh, you trod through the deepening waters of the marshes. Some of you tripping up a little bit within the wet thickness that starts to suck your feet in further. Some of you with a certain amount of pain and tension still left to you from your prior night's events. It is Gochin who notices in the far distance, just through the peaking trees that are left here, small symbols of smoke, maybe about a couple miles out. And it clearly is not the Girikal tribe.
I'll point over to it. Guys, there's smoke. There's someone probably over that direction.
Indubitably. So that way we go.
The further that you start to walk that way, Gochin notices one other thing that seems a little off. As no, dang it. Ava and Chompy actually, yeah, Darlin, Ava, and Chompy are all kind of walking stride by stride,
Gas.
off to the eastern side of the marshlands. As you hit a pathway of deeper water, Gochin sees the first of several heads begin to rise from the muck and let out a bellowing roar as this massive monstrosity of a
Hydra.
hydra begins to lunge out at the party. And this is where we're going to leave it for next time, as the Hydra and Gochin have a surprise round.
Does oh, I can't ask that out of character because then I'd know in character. Never mind. Actually, I'll just ask anyway. You can just, if it's too much of a question, then just don't answer it. But do each head of this Hydra act independently? Are they each their own creature?
You don't know.
Okay. Oh my god, they're gonna be so sick of one head is just gonna be vomiting everywhere. It can't escape the other heads.
If you're asking in the essence of your spell, the Hydra is considered one creature.
Fuck, okay.
It does get a shit ton of bite attacks, though, and sometimes breath weapons, depending on if it's a special Hydra or not.
And this is a like the duplicating Hydra, like one head makes two type
Who
thing.
knows?
Oh God.
No,
In any
there's
case,
different types of
I
Hydra.
Yeah.
will. There's all kinds of Hydra. Yeah. I'll talk to you later, guys.
You guys have a
Okay.
great
Yep,
night.
night.
See you.